Hey there guys, what's going on? My name is Fighter119. Welcome back to another episode of Not For Broadcast. This is episode 16. Now in the last episode we had that thing with Jeremy Donaldson. He shot himself right in the face. And then we went ahead and did the next one over where they blew up everyone. And then of course we ran with Disrupt and we freaking set fire to that house. Or the farm or whatever it was. So yeah, we're already having a lot more fun than when we did when we were pro-government. So I'm looking forward to things to come here. A year and a half since Liberation Night. All right.
Can you hear me?
I can actually.
Alex,
yes.
This is Alan James.
Hi,
The
buddy.
revolution starts tonight, Alex, and once again, we need your help. Throughout this broadcast, we're going to ask you and our many other supporters at Channel 1 to do things that will directly help us with this uprising. I'll be talking to you whenever I can. You're a key player for Disrupt.
Okay.
But we all have our missions tonight, including me. Our advert is on your right. We need it played at the second break.
Yep, I see it there.
I'll also be hacking in when I can. You know what to do.
Yes, sir, I do. Okay. Join us at your local menu center for 100% free, healthy, approved book club.
What have you got to lose?
My dignity, my reputation.
It's all right once you get past the teeth and the problematic tattoo.
I am perfectly capable of messing up my own love life.
Sorry about that. David wouldn't get off the phone.
Oh, is David single?
For Christ's sake, Colin, stay out of it.
I can help you. I'm an expert at romance. Ask my ex-wives.
Please don't set me up with your brother. That's 10 seconds, everybody.
You're not as tight, babe.
Too short?
Too smart.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening. This is the National Nightly News, broadcasting across the territories. My name is Megan Wolf. Our top stories tonight. Ashes to ashes. It's been 40 days since Disrupt conducted attacks across the territories. The coordinated action, dubbed Night of Fire by commentators, was seen as an attempt to subvert the supply chain, but there may have been more to it. While emergency services were all kept busy at the agricultural centres, it seems a series of covert attacks was carried out, including the freeing of political prisoners and, sources say, several assassination attempts. The Department of Betterment have declined to comment. Food, glorious food. With the last of the menu centres opening in territories 5, 8 and 14 today, Advance confirmed that the programme is now in full operation, providing free food for every citizen of the new future. What started as rationing during the 20-week war has blossomed into a social
This looks too good.
that is the envy
We gotta
of the
do this one.
unawakened world.
Looks cold.
Jack Tractorpants, spokesman for the menu centres, said today that while they can guarantee the contents of every box is nutritious, the actual quality of the meals you cook depends on whether you have a touch of Chef Jordan Rankley or the culinary skills of a professional footballer.
I remember Jordan Rankley.
If I were a rich man. Problems in territories 11, 17 and 22 today as striking bosses attempted to undermine their new economies. With seemingly no awareness of irony, the former CEOs and MDs have come together to form the Wealth Creators Union, with demands including a return to 150% bonuses, private jets and mandatory groveling zones. Advance have been quick to respond, saying if they would rather quit their cushy jobs to become nurses or teachers, they'll earn significantly more than they used to pay their own workforce. Thus far, no one has taken up the challenge. Some fun now. Signs of ever more resistance to Advance's radical policies today as popular resistance movement Disrupt extended their reach further across the territories. The organisation's emblem appeared in every major city across the territories last night in a well-coordinated publicity stunt, which has seen them dominate.
I don't really know what this has to do with.
Asked about the impressive display earlier today, Disrupt spokesperson Alan James said that the movement was reaching what he described as a critical mass. A poor choice of words given recent history. 3 of our longest-running stories reached a natural conclusion today. First, survival of the fittest. A controversial final nail in the coffin of Camp Busyfingers today as the factory, rebranded as a juvenile detention centre, declared itself an independent state. All has been quiet from the camp in the 2 months since the guards quit, simultaneously declaring the residents unmanageable due to a total lack of parenting. However, it looks like young Alfie Plank, now going by the name of Sahadnut Who-Faced Dogfart the Mighty, has found a way to keep things under control. Here at the National Nightly News, we wish him the very best of luck in his new role as Lord of the Pies. Sophia Remington, meanwhile, was fired by the board this morning and left the corporate HQ muttering something about repurposing Mr. Snugglehugs.
Oh, God.
The whole 9 Flards. The academic
They're gonna use
world
that in the
rejoiced
detention
today as the
center to
respected
fucking
doctors David
terrorize
Wong
them.
and Ingrid Svorsborgen-Horgensvoord made it safely to dry land.
Explode
They were
right
picked
in
up by
the
the
fucking...
Coast Guard this morning, floating in a homemade vehicle they've dubbed the Flardmobile. They said, without the unwavering support of the public, we would have never made it out alive. Not to mention the quick thinking to send us those Flards. They really can do anything. If that's the case, why is my B-Day so enthusiastic? Beery-eyed, hapless entrepreneur Johnny Handsleeves has sold a priceless collectible at auction today. The one-of-a-kind piece was created after an accident at his high-tech bottling plant. Collector Ron Jobbins, who bought the work, said he intended to add it to his collection of historically significant session ales. He says he keeps it at the back of the fridge because
Some
it keeps
dude just
giving
fucking
him
got destroyed. in
all that, plus we'll be
bottling
taking
plant.
a trip to Dangley Parks for the notice board, as well as getting a sneak peek at the hottest ticket in town. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Today is the day we take back control. Soon it will be time for you to help us again. Come out of your houses, block the traffic, bring the capital to a standstill. I've met so many of you in my travels up and down Territory 1. You always ask the same question. How can I help? Well, this is how. And as for when, you'll know. Keep watching.
But first, 500 days after the loss of a fine leader and a great man, the start of tonight's programme is dedicated to remembering and celebrating the life of Peter Clement. Patrick Bannon is live from Parliament Park, where Julia Salisbury will be breaking ground on what will soon be a memorial garden in Peter's honour. Patrick.
Listening to that old bitch lying through her teeth about missing that poor bastard.
Patrick.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
We're live.
Because I'm not being funny. Things were better with Peter, weren't they?
Patrick.
They were, and I don't mind saying it. They were, because he held her back. But now there's no stopping her.
Hello, Patrick, we're
Of
live.
course, can't say that, can I, Francis? No, not with public ownership. No, with public ownership, you can't say anything these days. She's lost it, mate. She's completely off the rocker. I heard from an aide that... Hello, Megan, you join me here live from the what? Hello, Megan, you join me here live from the what? Oh.
Seems like we've lost some signal there for a moment. Well, we will be going live to that groundbreaking ceremony just as soon as we can get Patrick back. Meanwhile, let me just say, I think the memorial gardens are going to be gorgeous. I've had a sneak peek at the designs and Alana Marsh has done a fabulous job. Oh, okay, all right, it seems like we have got the signal back. We can now go live to Patrick Bannon in Parliament Park. Patrick.
Thank you, Megan. I'm Patrick Bannon. And
Yes, obviously.
we are indeed live here. Apologies for the technical difficulties there, but any moment now, Julia Salisbury will step out on stage behind me.
Alex, Bozeman
and
here.
dedicate
The boys in
gardens to
editing
a
have just
great
informed me that the eulogy footage isn't fully cut together yet. You're going to have to do it on the fly. For goodness sake, make sure you make it look good.
Slowly gathering since this afternoon.
This is Alan. You can undermine them here and help us win hearts and minds. Make him look bad, Alex. Really bad.
And it seems like the ceremony is getting underway. Here is Prime Minister Julia Salisbury, the picture of elegance, to begin her address.
Good evening, fellow teammates and friends. 500 days ago, all of our lives changed irrevocably. Still reeling from the triumphs and tribulations of Liberation Night, another great loss befell the people of these newly united territories. The loss of a leader, a statesman, a dear friend, and a hero. Peter Gordon Clement.
Peter's death at the age of just 62, of course, announced by the team on the 24th of December, just 6 weeks after Liberation Night.
Born to a working-class family on a housing estate in Rothering, Peter first trained as a carpenter before getting his start on television. First moving and building scenery, and then developing into the personality that we all knew and loved so much.
Just the Job first hit our screens over 25 years ago, running for 11 series, winning multiple awards, and charming audiences up and down the country.
Peter taught us, all of us, not to be content with the way things are, not to accept inequities, no matter how small. But he also taught us what it took to fight them. Courage, integrity, empathy, and hard, bloody graft.
Across a career spanning 3 decades, Peter Clement was known for shows including Wake Up, It's Saturday, and much later, late-night chat show PT, which at its peak drew millions of viewers.
Peter was by no means a saint. Trust me, he once told me he had more regrets than he'd had stolen dinners. He always did have a knack for a turn of phrase. But it speaks to the strength of his character that he chose to share with us his mistakes alongside his achievements, his faults as well as his talents. Peter had the heart to give it all he had for the people of these united territories.
Famous for his potty mouth, it's estimated conservatively that Peter Clement uttered over 1.5 million swear words during his career, though some sources put this figure well in excess of 2 million F-bombs alone.
Gripped by illness as he was in the weeks and months leading up to Liberation Night, he wasn't the man we loved. But his eyes still twinkled with that familiar joy for life, that spark of wit and wisdom of a life lived for others.
Prime Minister Clement, of course, died from apparent liver failure after suffering from the long-term effects of alcohol abuse.
I first met Peter nearly 20 years ago, moments before I was supposed to give a speech, not unlike this one, actually. Only I'd spilt coffee all down myself, and I was young, nervous, desperate to be liked, and from behind me I heard, "Christ, pet, you've either pissed your kecks or sprung a leak, but either way you got a problem." And before I could even say a word, he stripped off his dry trousers and insisted I took them. That was the sort of man that Peter Clement was. Kind, compassionate, sensitive, a brilliant thinker, a natural leader, but mostly a good man.
I think I made him look bad enough.
This glorious, this was so beautiful and new. This shining beacon of...
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you.
There'll be another opportunity to steer public perception soon. It's really starting. You'll know when.
His accomplishments, the future he forged, the boundaries he pushed. To me, he'll always be the man in his pants cheering on a stranger at the back of the conference. It is my great honour to give to you the Peter Clement Memorial Garden. Should we see if we can get a countdown going? Everyone with me? 10, 9, 8, 7.
Holy fuck!
Now, Alex, control the message.
I'm not leaving, I can't!
What?
You two, come with me! Don't panic! No!
You're hurting me!
Well, stop resisting then. Stop resisting and we'll let you up.
I'm not resisting! Ah! Fuck
What are you doing?
I'm not resisting! You all saw! I'm not resisting! Don't resist!
Camera off. National Night News. We have the right to be here. I said turn the fucking camera off. Oh, who the fuck are you?
Oh, I can't hear you. I can't hear anything.
Yes, medics are coming. You sit down.
National Nightly News.
Well, then you can consider this payback. Salisbury's still here. Salisbury's still here. Julius Salisbury! You were guilty of the murder of more than 10 million people! Justice demands a response.
Haven't you done enough? Look around you.
Fucking
This is what your precious freedom looks like, is it? Under fire!
People of territory! Rise up! Take to the streets, the time has come! Stop fires! Break windows! Draw them out! They can't stop us all! Resist! Distract!
Lower your weapons! Location secure. Lower your weapons!
Come on, get out there! What are you doing? Come on!
Please, sir. I said, please turn that off. Please turn that off.
Shocking scenes from the Capitol there.
Is this not enough? You've just seen them execute unarmed civilians. People like you and me. So why are you watching this? Why are you not in the streets with us tonight? What will it take for you to get up and be a part of this? March on team headquarters, storm the building, demand elections, demand answers. Be what you were born to be, the once and future free.
We'll be back after this.
That didn't go so well, Alex.
What?
But we can turn it around in the next segment.
What the fuck do you want from me?
This is becoming a weekly event.
No, it's different tonight. This is the big one.
Great. So there's a revolution happening outside and we're off to Dundee fucking Park.
That's journalism, apparently.
Can we get set for the next sequence?
Can't believe that didn't.
Alex, during this next section, a cameraman working in the newsroom who's one of us is going to get a coded location out. We don't know yet which camera he's on, but if we find out, I'll let you know. Just keep your eyes out for the fist and try and keep it on the air for at least 5 seconds. Our operatives will do the rest.
Not 2, but 24 years.
Nothing is eternal.
The revolutionary formula that dries in moments.
Hi, Jeff.
Megan?
His name's Jeff Algebra.
For colour that
Jeff LaPlume or whatever the hell his name is now.
Oh my God, Jenny!
the new ladder
What?
lowering
No,
from ivory
look at it.
because life is worthless.
That's 10 seconds, everybody.
Just leave this with me, yeah?
Excuse me?
I know where we should go with this.
Going in 5, 4,
Okay.
3.
Welcome back to the National
What?
Nightly News with me, Megan Wolfe. Very shortly, we'll be taking our
He said
daily
leave
trip
it
down
with
to the
him.
village for the notice board. But first, let's have a quick catch-up with Mr. Jeff DePlume.
Yeah. Right. Listen up, you lot. We need to get a few things straight.
Everything okay, Jeff?
You're not exactly fans of what we're trying to do in here. You've made that perfectly clear.
So what's going on?
I'm just having a little word with the viewers, Megan. Don't worry yourself about it. Now.
Jeff?
Now.
Jeff? Seems like you've forgotten where you are, Jeff. Seems like you've forgotten where you are, Jeff.
Well,
Which is a shame. A real shame. Now tell me, Jeff.
We've just heard. Our man's on camera 4.
as you know, Megan, we do our segment on the show every single day, and it's becoming increasingly clear to me that
Get back to the interview, Alex.
Did you say that?
I don't have to. You should see some of the letters I get.
Oh, I would love to see some of those letters personally, Jeff.
Well, luckily, I brought them all with me here. Yeah.
You're a very small man, aren't you?
Yeah. Now, there's been a lot of misunderstandings.
Excellent work, Alex. That's the location shared. Next, you'll need to give them a go.
If it's all right with you.
Well, yes, our viewers are our top priority, so I think that's a good idea.
Sure, I couldn't agree more. Right, yeah, this one annoyed me. Dominic from Rantley wrote, Dear arrogant, talentless oaf. I think it's addressed to Tommy, but still. You're not funny, you're annoying, and I wish you'd all go and live in the sea.
It's really hard to hear, isn't it? What would you say to Dominic?
Yeah, I'd say that 3 Screenwriters Awards and a TV Digest nomination beg to differ.
He's brought one with him.
Yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of that lot agree with Dominic.
It does look that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, what have we got? Oh, yeah, Janet from Sanford wrote, fuck off, Jeff. Fair enough.
Yeah.
What have we got here? Oh, yeah, this one. We've got blah, 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 Philippa's talent, yada, yada, Tommy's fine. And here we are. But you, Jeff, are the most pointless waste of airtime since the test card.
Hang on, this one, dear genius.
Hey!
Your show is the greatest waste of time. Never mind.
Right, fine. Right, yeah, this one. Someone's drawn a picture in what I assume is ketchup next to my home address with a message that just reads, "You're a shitty man."
Quite good. This one simply reads, "I want watch this rubbish," which I assume is a spelling mistake, but either way, it's just very confusing.
Yeah. Fuck off. I read that one.
Yeah, so the strength of feeling here is strong,
Yeah.
I would say. Jeff, what do you want to say to the people at home?
I would say there's an easy explanation, Megan. Yeah? As you know, we are unbelievably funny in here. Yeah? So it seems to me quite obvious that certain people upstairs are so unbelievably bad at their jobs.
Careful now.
Or, and I think this more likely, are deliberately trying to ruin the show. Alex Winston, you just be glad that security won't let me up there anymore, all right?
So you're blaming the notice board's poor ratings on our long-suffering broadcast team?
I am, yeah. They're making us look like a bunch of pricks out there, Megan.
Listen, while our skilled broadcast team might have made a few errors that have led to some sloppy segments, I really don't think that's fair.
Yeah? Well, I think that's bullshit.
If you go then and get ready. Whew, that was Jeff de Plume there, creator and writer of the notice board.
Can't believe he knows my
If you do
name,
have any
of course.
comments or criticism about Jeff, you can send those in.
You coming up here, Jeff?
So please do
Come
keep
on.
coming. But now it's
I'll
time,
take you, bitch.
Maybe for the last time, to head over to the notice board.
Fuck. Oh, fuck. I've forgotten the line. Can we go again?
Just one dude. Boo.
Oh, it's gone again.
What a day!
What a day! First a team morning, and then to post this notice. I don't know how I managed to cope with it all. Oh, wait. Perhaps I do. Oh! Bus sake, Barnabas, what on earth is all this?
Freeze, dirtbag!
Oh! Shit. Laura, I
almost didn't get
I thought
that.
you were a knife-wielding mugger or stabber.
I'm afraid not. It's just me, a community cohesion officer, responsible for keeping crime at record lows.
Of course, I keep forgetting that thanks to you and your team, violence in our streets is a thing of the past.
What's all this, Vicar?
I know.
It's time for the go code. Give us 3 boos in a row, Alex. That will start the pincer movement. You might just pull this off. Push forwards! 3 boos, Alex.
Careful, Vicar. It looks heavy.
Ha! Now don't call me the Right Reverend Ripped for no reason.
Yes!
It's no good. It's no good.
Looks like all those crucifix classes were a waste of time.
Maybe you, a young CCO, will be able to lift it.
2 for 2. Fantastic.
Looks like all of those lifting classes were a waste of time.
It's too heavy, even for me.
You did it, Alex. We're good to go. Charge!
To lift this.
Did someone call for the best firefighter in town? Hiya!
Whoa!
Thank you, Captain Evans. You're so much stronger than us.
Especially me, the weak old man.
It's the least I could do for my community.
No luck catching the little devil then?
Unfortunately not. The ferret struck again last night.
Oh, there's explosions
when Ray
going on
opened
out
the
there.
post office this morning, he found that every single stamp had been pre-lit.
My God!
Some people have no decency.
Sadly, if we don't catch him before tomorrow, we may have to cancel the village fete.
Don't worry. We won't let that happen. Will we, Vicar?
No, no.
Will we, Vicar?
Laura, tell me, why do they call him the ferret?
Some say it's because of his sneaky nature, but really it's because whenever he strikes, he always leaves behind the foul stench of urine.
Never fear, officer. We'll catch this pissy nuisance and save the village fete, or my name's not Captain Danger Evans. The community cohesion team are doing their best, but they simply don't have the smarts to solve this mystery. But I know someone who does. Someone who's about to blow this thing wide open. Me! Blackout! Me! Blackout!
Ah, it's the morning of the fete now, thanks to theatrical convention.
I sure hope everything goes to plan. Oh, look, there's Mrs. Craven setting up her cake stall.
And look, there's the motorcycle display team setting up for a show that would be too expensive to show on television.
I'm setting up the coconut shy. What are you doing, Vicar?
Well, first, I'm running the tombola, and then I'm selling forgiveness for money.
Aren't you judging the jams?
I couldn't possibly.
Oh, that sounded like Mrs. Craven. Looks like someone sucked all the jam out of her donuts.
The damn ferrets are struck again.
Whatever are we to do?
Although I'm very competent, I have no idea how to solve this case.
I guess we'll have to cancel the fete.
Hold it right there, ferret.
Me? Have you been drinking from the fire extinguishers again?
Not you, the vicar.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Reverend!
Admit it. You wanted the village fete cancelled so you could have the day off, didn't you?
Vicar, is this true?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Reverend!
Admit it. You wanted the village fete cancelled so you could have the day off, didn't you?
Vicar, is this true?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Reverend!
No, stop. We've got stuck. Let's just... hold it right there, ferret.
Me? Have you been drinking from the fire extinguishers again?
Not you, the vicar.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Admit it. You wanted the village fete cancelled so you could have the day off, didn't you?
Vicar, is this true?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Reverend!
No! Someone's fucked this. Someone this. Here. Admit it, you wanted the fete cancelled so you could have a day off, didn't you? Vicar, is this true? Yes. I already have to work Sundays.
I already have to work Sundays. I shouldn't have to work 2 days a week.
Vicar, is this true?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Reverend!
Fuck!
Okay, sorry, we're just going to have to cut short the final episode of the notice board there.
What?
Yeah, yep, it's really sad, but I think it really has run its course.
No, there's a good bit coming up where I sold the whole thing.
It is a shame. It's a real shame. We would like to thank you all.
Look,
very
let's
much.
just go on with the last bit. Tommy, Tommy, for fuck's sake, you lit! Right, fine. I already have to work Sundays.
It's something about,
God fucking damn it!
So thanks again to the cast of the notice board. So much.
But
for...
how did you know? My first clue was the smell.
The hundreds of lessons and the laughs
Yeah,
over the
that's
last
right.
year
I do
and a
smell
half.
of urine. Right. Next, I noticed that the vicar's tongue was particularly dry, almost as if he'd been licking thousands and thousands of stamps.
We'll be so sad to see it go, but at least
Oh
we
my
ended
God.
on a high. It's almost time to take a break there. When we come back, we'll be seeing the opening number of a brand new musical.
You'll fucking regret this!
That's coming up after these messages.
That's the ads. Let's strike this set. Just leave it by the bins.
Sorry, did that actually just happen?
Wasn't it amazing?
This show will not be the same without him.
What advert is this, Alex? I don't remember passing it for broadcast. I think you made a mistake there.
I'm an economist and commentator. You've probably seen me on the news talking about Advance and how progressive their policies are. Well, I was wrong. And I'm here tonight to say I'm sorry. And
one last push, Alex. We're closing in.
Forgiveness.
One of the guests in the last section is working with us. You'll be asked to censor on our behalf. If you do it right,
my mother
the
is
final
a nurse
orders
and
will
my
be given.
father worked in a factory.
We'll get 3 chances.
I was
Get
the
at least
first
2 of
member
them
of my
right,
family to
and
go
we're
to
going to win this
university.
thing.
All right.
It's happening, Alex. Tonight we take it back.
I always envied my friends.
I'm
who had
excited.
so
Let's
much
fucking
more.
do it.
Over the years, my jealousy grew. So when Advance came to power, I didn't think about the damage they would do. I acted selfishly. I was glad to see the rich punished. I didn't see how backwards Advance were. I didn't understand that rather than tearing down the wealth creators, we should have been helping everyone else to take a seat at their table. Under Advance, the country is poorer. It is poorer in ambition. It is poorer in aspiration. We are infantilized by Advance's naive policies. Policies born from absurd, redistributive fantasies.
Jenny just said to ask if you need any touch-up.
I have hoarded myself out
Did
to
she?
the media to defend the indefensible.
That's my shade, is it?
I have betrayed
yeah,
my
This
parents.
is my shade.
I see that now. Mum, Dad, I'm sorry.
You can run back to Jenny now.
I only hope.
Sorry about that, Sarah.
We only
Nothing
hope.
you can tell me. At all, like at all.
Now
They said no one's died, that's all I can say.
10 seconds.
What's wrong with you?
She is in tears.
Ugh.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
The position breaks you.
Welcome back
Jeremy
to the National
Donaldson.
Nightly
What
News.
is it?
Later in this segment, we're hoping to be able to go back to Patrick Bannon at the scene of tonight's shocking Disrupt attack. But first, I'm delighted to be joined by the cast of the smash hit musical everyone is talking about. I'll be speaking with the cast in a moment, but first, let's take a look at them in action. Please give a warm National Nightly welcome to the Novaries.
Hello? Doctor? Yes, I see. Thank you for letting me know. I have a decent life. I'm a happy, loving wife. And my job is well paid and fulfilling. I have a husband, John. He's due home soon, won't be long. And I have to tell him something that is absolutely chilling. We share coffee in the morning, and we make love every day. We take time alone together to talk and laugh and play. We prioritize our needs. We do charity.
Oh, shit's exploding in the background, dude.
Hours of a happy life are now beset by me.
I'm home.
Oh, darling John.
Oh, dearest John.
There's something very wrong. I've just had a conversation with our doctor, David Watt, so please be seated. This news will make you feel defeated. The scans revealed a lump.
You poor unlucky chump. Is it cancer?
Worse of John. We're having a baby.
How can this be?
Oh, woe is me.
Why has this happened to me? I always wear 2 condoms for the maximum of
Safety in our tiny flat. We built a peaceful habitat. Now our lives are fucked. We're having a baby. Now you can't have any wine at book club.
And there won't be any time for foot rubs.
Now your hair will stink of weed.
And you'll start to disagree.
And forget about that holiday in Territory 3.
No more waking up at 10:30.
In fact, you're never going to get a good night's sleep again.
No more sad decisions to go on to a club.
You'll be lucky if you
it comes from personal bums.
Now when I take a sick day at home,
The parasite won't leave you alone.
how he's grown.
We're our top priority. I look after you, and you look after me. Ain't no trouble and strife. We got a childless life. No one wails and no one walls. No one draws things on the walls. A happy husband, a wonderful wife. We got a childless life.
We're having a baby. We're having a baby. Changing nappies daily. We're having a baby.
No more weekends by the coast. Now your kid is uppermost. It's more than a passing craze to have childless days.
We're having a baby.
Food and drink thrown everywhere. Death trap toys at the top of the stairs. Every parent prays to have childless days.
We're having a baby.
No more smiles and no more
We're having a baby.
18 years on bills and leaves. Time for a whole new phase. These
We're having a
childless
baby.
One more thing before the show begins. Have you considered that you might be having twins?
Amazing. The Noveries there, treating us to their opening number from Elegy for a Childless Life, which is currently the hottest ticket in the capital theatre district. And we'll be touring the territories later this year.
Right then, come on, you guys.
Come on down, let's go. Don't be shy.
Hello. Hi, Megan. It's an honour to be here.
Oh, really? Are you fans of the show?
Yes, used to be.
Well, listen, let's get stuck in. Your amazing musical. Now, I mean, not only do you perform this show every single night,
with matinees on Wednesday and Saturday.
right, but you're also the show's creators, am I right?
Well, everyone contributed their ideas, and then some of us went away and did the actual work on the script. But no, it's very much a team effort.
Oh, that's fantastic. How rude of me. I've not introduced any of you. I'll be the one being replaced next. Let's go down the line, shall we?
Hi, I'm Jack.
Jim Blunt. Pleasure to be here.
Jennifer Boreham Woodley.
Hello, I'm John Sapley. Used to be in the business professionally.
My name's Jill, with a J.
And I'm Janet. I'm the youngest.
That's incredible. And you were all friends previously. I mean, what a coincidence, right? With your names beginning with a J.
Oh my goodness, guys! Our names all begin with J.
How have we never noticed that?
Because you haven't typed them out 1,000 times?
You knew? Why didn't you say anything?
I thought we all knew. It's bloody obvious, isn't it? I just thought we were doing a funny thing where we never mentioned it.
And I believe as well as being friends, you're also couples. You know, in real life as well as in the show.
Well, not exactly.
I'm not married to him. I'm with Janet.
And I'm with John, you lucky bean.
Jim and I are married.
4 fabulous years.
Well, that must make for some confusion in the rehearsal room.
Well, you should have seen the first draft. Jen decided that Jack would play Jim, I would play Jack, Jen, Janet, Jill, Jen, Janet, Jill.
What about John?
Well, my character was originally just called Man 1.
It was allegorical.
It was very confusing.
Not for a professional.
After much toing and froing.
And gnashing and wailing.
And gin and tonic.
We decided that we'd just use our own names, which is less truthful.
We're also less likely to go into the wrong dressing rooms.
Oh god, yeah, that would be very embarrassing, wouldn't it?
Of course, when I first wrote it, we were only meant to run for a few nights at the Memley Village Hall, but when I registered it with the Department for Culture, it caught the eye of someone high up, and before you could say overnight sensation, we were transferring to the capital.
It's all been a bit of a roller coaster, really. I'm only 19. I'm the youngest.
You really don't have to repeat that.
I had to give up my job as a mortuary technician.
Well, yes, we all had to move to the capital.
I love that job.
It's been a very turbulent time.
So peaceful, no singing. So peaceful, no singing.
This piece isn't.
Stand by, Alex. Censor the orange.
About children and why you shouldn't have them.
In a way, I guess it is political, with a small p. After all, we are a solid unit, and eagle-eyed audience members will see we nod our heads to advance on stage throughout, and we target the messaging at women aged 22, well, about 35, as they're the most likely to be afflicted by this terrible problem. Terrible problem.
Having children.
Well, you understand, Megan.
You clearly agree.
Wow, this isn't about me. Of course, we see that there are advantages to a family unit, but eagle-eyed couples watch as the little parasites advance on their lives, and there's no time to play the guitar, get through a book, or watch a movie. They're exhausted, passed out on the couch by 20 to 9, for God's sake.
You're very chatty tonight, dear.
Usually I'm the chatty one.
Because you're the youngest, we know. It's not a badge of honour, Janet.
Janet, please, Jennifer. Oh, well said, John. Thanks, Janet. Got you back.
So could you just tell us what is the play about? What happens in it?
Well,
go ahead.
It's a tragedy, obviously. Jennifer, myself, and John have their child, and then the story charts the downfall of their hopes and dreams.
And there's lots of singing.
And dancing.
A lot.
My character works at a menu centre for a distribution unit. Eagle-eyed, she sees her friend's rapid advance to a pit of despair. Becoming a target for children's TV advertising at the age of 22, she decides to take drastic action. I can't really say more, though. I probably said too much already.
Let's not spoil the second act for anyone who might come to see it.
Which should be all of you. For too long, we've been told that a life without children is somehow incomplete, that children are a blessing. Well, I've done the research, and they're not. Besides, there's already loads of bastards running around all over the place, so...
We just want people to have the option of a happy, child-free life without stigma. You know, when I was 14, before I had come out, I had an experience with a girl called Julia Jacobs. She was an experiment, I guess, you know, a chance to dip my toes into the...
Fascinating. Well, thank you all so much for coming in tonight. I really hope you keep them dancing in the aisles for many performances to come. The NOBEN is there. And I am pleased to say we can now go back to Patrick Bannon to get the latest from the scene of tonight's horrific events. Patrick, are you okay?
Thank you, Megan. This is Patrick Bannon reporting from the scene of tonight's devastating and symbolic attack tonight this evening.
I hope that
which
I managed to
have
do
been
the
found
censoring
myself
correctly.
caught up in.
They haven't
I'm
said
a little
anything,
dazed
so.
And a little deaf, Megan. So I hope you'll forgive me if I seem that it's time to speak with the Prime Minister. Mrs. Salisbury, that's you. You're still here. The Prime Minister.
I couldn't leave, not when there were people that needed help. Any team player would have done the same. I don't deserve praise for being human.
Yes, no accolades here. Or Palisades. Or lemonade. Right. So, is the situation now? Are we safe?
Yes. The security services performed their duties without hesitation, and I would like to assure the public that although there have been some injuries, there were no civilian deaths here this evening.
Oh, that's good news about the Sorry, did you say no deaths?
That's right. No civilian deaths. Just the 4 disrupt terrorists curtailed by law enforcement, who were, as always, so cohesive. If I may, I have a message for your viewers.
Of course.
Holy shit, what did we...
Speak there, on the camera there.
On the camera.
Stay at home tonight. Do not become another casualty of war. Disrupt have had their moment, but, as the dear departed Peter Clements once famously said, it ends today.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Thank you for those.
There's a
strong
lot of
words strength.
fucking water going on out there.
Back to the studio.
Shit, I wonder what's
Now
going on.
in the studio with Megan Wolf now.
Patrick Bannon there, bravely reporting from the front line of tonight's horrifying bombing. Maybe you need to get checked out, Patrick. Well, that brings us to the end of tonight's national.
Holy fucking shit!
Victory is in sight, my friends. You have mobilized. You have come together. From our agents at the television networks risking arrest and getting those words to you, to the many hundreds and thousands gathering to invade team headquarters. As I speak, we are turning the tide, and it is time for change. Tonight we topple their regime, and we also silence their mouthpiece, Channel 1. Time to wake up.
Of course, they would have you believe. The military have been actioned, and well, it's pretty scary out there tonight, so stay at home.
What the fuck?
Because the team has assured this program.
Motherfucker, would you?
Will soon be over, and we can once again focus our minds on building.
Nobody told me about this shit, yo.
Fairness and resilience. My name is Megan Wolf. Let's make tomorrow better. Let's make.
Bro.
Damn it, Alex. Tonight is the beginning of the fall of Advance. Fighter jet, 11 o'clock.
Holy. Got him.
Permission granted, old friend. We are going to detonate. Look out your window, Alex. See what you helped make happen.
Holy fuck! Jesus Christ! Whoa! That's an AC. Holy shit! God damn! Holy shit! Oh, the fuck? Oh my god! Jesus! Starting to get rich. Hell yeah, dude. Shares go up on everything. Yeah. Good on this. Oh, they don't like me though. Shit. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, so even though I did make a mistake, we did manage to take down the government more. We upped Disrupt, and like I said, Channel 1 doesn't like me, but who cares? Whatever. Let's keep going. Let's see what happens. The sound effects you add won't affect your audience, but the actors might remember. I don't think they like me because I managed to get the, like, possibly millions of dollars of equipment destroyed there. Taking down the frickin' broadcast tower. Well, that's frickin'... Wow, I wonder what Bozeman will have to say about this. An important review. Oh, fuck. You arrive at work a little early despite a stressful journey in. You still aren't quite sure of everything that happened. Note the swarm of CCOs all over the building is anything to go by. This isn't just a Channel 1 matter. This is confirmed that you were informed you need to speak to Bozeman immediately and are escorted to his office. You sit nervously outside waiting for your boss. Head of Programming. A few minutes later, a boss man arrives, disheveled and with a stern-looking CCO in tow. Ah, yes, Winston. Good. This is Specialist Abel. She will be observing this interview. Please come inside and take a seat. The ruddy-faced man bustles into his office and leaves the door open for you to follow. The few times you've been placed in here before, it was immaculate, with everything in its properly placed. Not so today. It must be serious for Bozeman to be this flustered. So, Alex, do you know why you're here today? Bozeman's eyes are sharp and his gaze is fixed in your face from across the desk. Abel's is standing behind you. Out of sight, but definitely not out of mind. Not sure, though. I wasn't involved in anything that happened yesterday. I assume it was to do with what happened at Disrupt last night? What happened last night was nothing short of the culmination of a heinous and outrageous campaign of terror that Disrupt have been reaping on this nation and its territories. Bozeman shoots a glance behind to your left, you where your CCO observer is standing. And yes, it is, of course, our duty to root out this rot wherever we find it, to prevent anything like last night from ever happening ever again. I've been asked by Advance to perform interviews with all staff members involved, and will be submitting a personal review of your performance, both during the incident in question and throughout your time here. This can only end well, oh god. His expression remains stern. To tell you that, just tell the truth, Winston, and this will be all over soon. Arranging some papers, Bozeman clears his throat and begins. Obviously a lot happened last night, and I have a number of interviews to conduct today, so I'd rather not waste any time. Be brief, concise, and clear in your answers. You nod. So let's start at the beginning of the broadcast and work our way through. After the attack at the memorial, you seem to have portrayed the terrorists in a quite sympathetic light. Why? It showed what was happening. The news, that's our job, right? I did what I felt was right in a very stressful situation, yes. I see. So you're saying it couldn't be helped, and you had to show the aftermath as you did. I'll be sure to make note of that. Funny how unauthorized footage always seems to find its way into your broadcast. Bozeman scribbles some notes down, the noise of his pen scratching on the notepad, punctuated only by the constant tick-tock of his ornate clock. Hopefully, this will all be over soon. Reviewing the broadcast, we noticed something a little odd about a particular camera choice. It was while everyone was talking. Oh, where did I put it? Ah, yes, it was. Do you recognize this? With a flourish, Bozeman produces the leaflet from the notice board and places it on the desk in front of you. Honestly, I didn't even notice it was there. I assumed it was part of the set. Why else would it have been there and on camera? So you're saying the blame lies entirely on the crew on the set? There is no way you could possibly use your own judgment to have determined it was unsuitable? You hear a disapproving grunt from the CCO behind you. Typical Winston, we shall see. Not exactly subtle there. There was one thing we noticed during the finale of the notice board. Bozeman picks up some notes on the other side of his desk. You seem to play an odd choice of sound effects relatively early on. Now, the script was expecting last, but for all three you chose to play booze. Why'd you do that? I'm sorry, I was under the impression I could pick freely. Did that change? I felt they were the most important choices. Art is subjective, after all. I'm sorry, I was under the impression that I could pick freely. Yes, well, choice is given to those who show they can employ a sufficient degree of good judgment. It may be we need to review this policy, or at least who qualifies for it. You can see Bozeman is frowning as he adds his notes. It might be nice to have him on your side. How many other people will be interviewing today? Towards the end of the show, there appeared to be some issues with the sensor equipment. At this point, Bozeman pauses for a moment, putting a lid on his pen and placing it carefully on his desk, perpendicular to his notebook. How do you explain the fact that you censored perfectly acceptable language during the first and final segment? There seemed to be an issue with the machine. Frank probably forgot to do the checks again. I just do what the display tells me. I don't decide what's supposed to be censored. It would be a very strange coincidence that one of our key pieces of equipment were to develop a malfunction at the exact time Disrupt chose to attack. A disappointing but not unsurprising lapse by an incompetent employee seems much more likely. But I suppose we won't know until maintenance have had a chance to check it out properly. Silence takes over as Bozeman writes some notes. How many questions will you have to answer? At this point, Bozeman took out a pair of glasses and placed them somewhat delicately on the end of his nose. Then the portly man leaned forward to examine his notes in detail. Now, obviously, we expect the odd bit of interference here and there, unavoidable. However, he paused during the page at an agonizing pace, interference is not the same as terrorist propaganda. Would you care to explain how quite so much of their messaging found its way out into the airwaves? With everything else is going on, I just didn't realize until it was too late. The machine's been out of date for years. Even the last update didn't make life any easier. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice Specialist Ables is visibly more attentive, awaiting your boss's response. Well, it's certainly true that accidents do happen, but it's an amazing coincidence how often they seem to happen when you're around, Winston. Bozeman's smile is everything but warm, and Ables glances towards you with a stare that can only be described as glacial. You offer a strained smile back. A loud creak breaks the growing silence as Bozeman leans back in his chair. The tape of that poor Miss Brightman. Why'd you play it? Help me understand. Why play that tape? As you met his gaze, you're almost surprised to see an earnest concern in the man's eyes. I was worried Disrupt might do if I didn't play it. It seemed like the news. Isn't that what we do? Show the news? You watch as Bozeman slowly cleans his glasses before answering. Well, at the end of the day, you chose to do it, Alex. I don't know what I would have done. Wait. I know what I'd have done in your shoes. What the fuck kind of bullshit? After all, you have a habit of playing tapes. You shouldn't, don't you? He clears his throat and leans forward again, staring at you for a moment before continuing. This is, however, all I had for you. Thank God it's over. I think that's all the information we need now, Winston. Bozeman looks questioningly at the CCO. By the time you've turned around, the moment has passed. Best you just go home for now. There's no work for you until we had a new satellite tower up. But of course, don't leave town. I may have more questions for you following the other interviews. As you leave, you see open hostility in Special Abel's eyes. Well, you knew there'd be consequences. Yeah. Gotta take them as they come, I guess. What can you do, right? A message delivered. The newspaper falls to the floor, slipping from your numb hands. The headline whirling around in your head. This can't be true. How can this be true? Has it really been 2 months since that day? You find yourself back there, rustling back home after a particularly long and stressful day at work. You're already late, but if you keep the speed limit, there's no way you're going to hear the end of it. You could probably shave 10 minutes or so of the journey if you wanted. They're going to be mad either way. No point in speeding. A little mad is better than a lot mad. Best put the pedal to the metal. Seems everything is against you this evening. You have to stop at every traffic light, every stop sign, every junction between you and your destination. You're well over 45 minutes late by the time you finally pull up to the house, only to see a betterment vehicle parked outside, lights still flashing. What's this about? The CCOs are leading someone from your house to the van. Your son's voice is calling for you. Then the door's shut and it's driving away, the spinning lights blinding you as your vision starts to swim. Charlie. And now you're in the break room. People at work have started avoiding you. Some of the show's crew have started giving you funny looks. Bozeman's even more micromanaging you less than usual. It's been a misunderstanding. It'll all be over soon. Charlie had always hated Advance. The Disrupt posters on his door had been clear sign of that as anything else. But he had been a good boy, never violent. Certainly he wouldn't have. You and Sam had both gone to see him at the Betterment Center last week, as soon as you'd been able. He hadn't been happy, but there were a lot of like-minded people there, from what he'd said, and it wasn't a harsh place like the old prisons, at least. But he hadn't suggested he'd been having problems. It just couldn't have happened. The headline. 5 simple words in bold black type. Disrupt terrorist dies in Betterment. Winston was particularly violent, attacking a Betterment mentor. Died in the infirmary after failed attempts at resuscitation. Jesus Christ. And the eternal question is left unanswered. Was it his fault or yours? Oh, there goes my son now, man. I tried to save my daughter and now my son is dead. Fucking hell. A banquet for some. It's your anniversary, and this year you've got a plan. A week away, could it just be what the doctor ordered for you and Sam? But it won't be cheap. It's more than you normally spend, but Sam's worth every penny. Yeah, sure, why not? I'm already starting to get rich. Last time you went away, it was an amazing weekend together, and this time's going to be even better. And what better way to start it off than by going out and cooking a nice meal from scratch? Fancy. Sam's going to love it. They should be here any minute. You even had time to single-handedly clean the entire house, floor to ceiling. It took hours, but Sam will appreciate it, and that's all that matters. You hear keys in the lock and put the final touches in place. As Sam steps in the hallway, you're waiting in the doorway to the kitchen, dressed to the nines and acting as nonchalant as possible. Alex, what's all of this? Oh my God, did you clean? And what's that smell? They give you a quick kiss and they step past you to the kitchen where the banquet is laid out, candles lit with Susie standing quietly grinning. Oh my God, Alex, happy anniversary, Sam. Happy anniversary, Susie echoes as Sam turns to you, smiling and with tears in their eyes. Alex, it's perfect. Sam rushes over and kisses you softly, only breaking it off when you get a less than subtle cough from Susie. By the way, how do you feel about being grandparents? Susie continues. What did you just say? Kidding. Though it might be sooner than you think, Susie laughs as Sam grabs the door frame for support. Let's catch up tomorrow. You two may have a great evening. Susie quietly lets herself out, leaving the two of you together. You pull out Sam's chair for them. Why, thank you, Sam says, taking a seat and grinning at you. It sounds like Susie and Zach are happy. They shake their head as you take your old seat opposite them. You really didn't have to do all this, Alex. I know, I wanted to. I love you, Sam. I love you too. They breathe, admiring panoply of food you've prepared for them. Now, where on earth do I begin? They laugh as you pour the first glass of champagne of the evening. You're very lucky to have such a wonderful family. Who could ask for more? I'm happy we got the vacation now, since I've been manipulating the markets for quite a while now. It's about time I treated myself. An unwelcome discovery. Sam's call had been brief but urgent. Susie was in the hospital and asked both of you to come. He left work immediately. Bozeman had grudgingly accepted that a family emergency was cause enough to leave on short notice. Though you're sure he muttered something oh god, well, hopefully she didn't. You run up the flights of stairs along the corridor until you find the right room. Another one? That's what, 5? The 2 nurses outside cut themselves off as you push past the room. Sam is at your daughter's bedside speaking with the doctor. Susie's in a medical gown. Both faces are streaked with tears. What's wrong? What's happened? The doctor looks sympathetically towards you as you move your arms with the pair of them. Susie should be fine after some rest. However, I'm afraid we were unable to save the baby. Oh, God. Sam hugs Susie as your daughter breaks down in tears. Jesus. I know this is hard to hear right now, but it looks like it could be difficult, if not impossible, for you to conceive. Again, I'm terribly sorry, and if you have any questions at all, I will be just outside. The 3 of you are left alone in the room, hugging tight as if that could somehow fix this. Your poor little girl, you wish there was something you could do. Anything, but there isn't. For now, all you can do is hold her close to protect your daughter as best you can. Jesus. That sucks, man. I mean, it's one thing to lose a baby once time, but then finding out that you can't ever have kids, it's just salt in the wound at that point. Everything's ready. You and Sam have been trying to watch Bullet Man for years, but you missed it in the cinemas and never seemed to be in stock when you went to go pick up the VHS. Now you're just waiting for them to get home so you can start. You hear the front door open as you put a bowl of popcorn at the coffee table. We're ready to go. Get your butt in here. Sam comes in with a vacant stare, ignoring both film and snacks as they sit next to you. You have to actually nudge them to break their stupor. Sam, what is it? I've just been let go from work. Sam is just staring into space. Apparently, there isn't just a need for 2 nursery teachers anymore. Not enough children, so they can't justify the expense. Jesus. Honey, I'm so sorry. It'll be okay. You'll find another place. No, you don't get it. There just isn't a demand for younger years teachers anymore. Not just here, anywhere. I don't know what I'm going to do. What we're going to do. You pull Sam into a hug. It's alright. With what you've saved, we should be okay for a little while. I guess you're right. Oh, not quite breaking even. Oh shit, I'm losing money. I need to go manipulate the stock market again. I guess you're right. I just hate putting this burden on you. Sam calls back and looks at you. But I'll find something, I promise. We're a team. They laugh. God, I can't believe I said that. I sound like a bloody Advance advert. You chuckle. We are, though. And we'll get through this together. You flick Bullet Man on, finally finishing the film after years of build-up. It's a typical Hollywood blockbuster, not best sold on its writing, but enjoyable nonetheless. Later that night, long after Sam's fallen asleep, while cocooned in the duvet, you find yourself wide awake, thinking about money. How long will your savings actually last? Jeez. Let me go make the SEC mad here for a second. Oh, here we go. Actually, allows me to do it now. Notice board. Wow, it's been a while since I've been in here. Turn hardcore mode and options to hide all helpful info for that stress-induced heart attack feeling. Yeah, I should do that. I should do those challenges eventually at some point. That'll be a weekend episode. Not really much for an actual weekly episode there, but whatever. Sometimes I do those weekend stuff, and I just don't put as much effort into the videos as I usually do, but I also just hang out. You know, we're just chilling. 3 years since the uprising.
Winston, I know we don't see eye to eye on much, but things could be significantly worse. Why don't you try to muddle through for a change rather than your established approach of giving me a headache? If not for me, do it for the children, Alex. It's advanced as ill-conceived. Bring your daughter to work day today, so there's even more people than usual for you to disappoint.
So these are advanced stuff. So I think I'm just gonna play this one 3 times. It's the only one that isn't. What's this? Son of the New Future. Whatever. I guess. Fucking. I'm not gonna play the advanced ones yet. Let's play that 3 times. Let's see what's going on. There goes my trip
She's
thing.
The floor manager. Hi, Stacey. That's Colin. He Do you just don't talk to Colin. Not getting involved and bring your daughter to work, eh, Colin?
Nah, we don't believe in it.
All right, come and sit next to Mum.
Believe in what?
Just days.
How did it all go so right? That's followed by the territory.
Atta girl.
10 seconds, everybody.
Mondays and
That explains so much. Okay, we are going in 5, 4,
Let's go ahead
3.
and put that down for advance, obviously.
Good evening
When that
and
happens.
welcome to the NNN. I'm Megan Wolf. And who's this, you might be wondering? Well, it's Bring Your Daughter to Work Day here at Channel 1. So I'm joined tonight by my foster daughter, Stacey. Say hello, Stacey.
Go fuck yourself.
All right then, here are the stories that matter to you. First up, with Advance confirming that the nuclear fallout from the 20-week war is to blame for the drop in birth rates across the territories, we asked you what keeps you going. I know that I, for one, was quite deflated when I heard about this, but reading all your submissions has really put the smile back on my face. This is from Drew in Humberset. To take our minds off things, me and my partner have been building this house for our hamster. It really does distract us from thinking about the 85% sterility rate.
No, so it's
next
not
week,
just my
we're building
daughter,
Nibbles,
it's fucking
a tiny
everyone.
conservatory, a loft conversion, and a holiday home. Thank you for that. And if you've started a new hobby, do write in and tell us about it. Next up, you know how we love your uncanny comestible coincidences, and I don't know about you, but I think this one really takes the biscuit. I'm not sure what I'm more impressed by, Stacey. The things our viewers spot, or the unbelievable way our menu centres are now able to feed every team member every single day. Greg from Proddington has sent us this lovely photo of their breakfast, saying, I couldn't bring myself to eat my toast this morning because I could swear it bore the spitting image of the great Julia Salisbury's relatable face. So I had to make do with a plate of butter and 2 spoonfuls of jam. Do keep those coming in. Come on, can you have a go? We've just got time for one more of your stories, and this one is an inspiring story of rehabilitation. That's it, just tell us who it's from. Yeah, and then read it out. Okay.
So this one says it's from John in Stokely. Before I was convicted, I'd never read a single book, but since I was released from Betterman, I haven't been able to stop. I'm even working at a library, and on our lunch breaks, Mr. Wordyworth spell checks my tattoos.
We absolutely love hearing the way our neighbours and team members have been able to become better people. So do let us know your stories here. You can do this bit, Stacey.
No, you're right, thanks.
Come on, give it a try.
Let us know your stories here at the NNN.
Right, bit of a change of pace coming up here. You'll need to use the S effect buttons for the next segment, but Advance have already selected when and what to use. Simple stuff. Just follow your government orders.
Nope. I refuse.
First up tonight on the NNN, it's time to celebrate this week's team lottery winners live from the Shakespeare Theatre right here in the capital. We're going to hand over to Julia Salisbury. I suppose you don't think much of her either, eh, Stacey?
She's got a lot more going for her than you wankers.
Okay. Surprising vote of approval there from Stacey. Let's go live to that right now.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this week's Team Awards. Of all the many duties I have as team leader, this is by far the most pleasant. As I so often say to you, the uneven past is now, following the demise of Disrupt, firmly behind us.
This is so awkward without the...
And I say to you, it's better now. I am delighted to be joined here tonight by one of the oldest people in Territory 1. He was born over 107 years ago. Please give a warm team welcome to Alfie Tatchbadger. So, Alfie, you must have seen so much in your lifetime. What have been some of the highlights? Alfie? Is he all right?
His hearing aid isn't turned on.
Oh, could you turn it on?
He says it drains the battery.
Well, will you tell him that we'll buy him a brand new battery after the presentation?
Yeah, he says that's fine then. And I will help him with that, yeah.
If you would. Sorry, can't get the staff.
We got it.
So, Alfie.
What?
You're 107 years old.
Oh, don't bloody remind me.
Would you like to tell the audience what that's like?
Well, where is everybody?
Out there, in the dark. Oh, bless him, it's not just the ears.
Who are you? 2 sugars, please.
I'm Julia Salisbury, the Prime Minister.
A likely story. Who are you really?
No, I really am the Prime Minister.
Oh, you're a
woman.
Yes, a woman. One of
Women can do anything men can do these days, Alfie.
Can you piss standing up?
I can't say I've ever tried.
No, I didn't think so. 2 sugars, please, and not too much milk.
Shall we get to the awards, Alfie?
Oh, aren't you going to ask me about my life?
Well, I'm not sure we have enough time left now for that, so...
When I was 9, I wanted a pet, so I asked me mum and pap. There was no television then, back then, you know. We made our own entertainment out of coal and roadkill.
Dang.
Fascinating.
So they got me a pet, see? But it weren't a dog. They told me it were a dog, but it were a stone.
A stone?
Yes. So I called it Patch, which were a popular name for a dog back then, on account of the king having a patchy face. And I decided to introduce him to pretty little Gertie Thimble, who lived up the road.
Oh, how romantic.
She threw my dog in the river. That was the day I decided I'd never marry.
And that's the secret to your long life?
Oh no, I've been married 7 times, divorced 8. There was a mix-up with number 3, see? Yes, I'm just lucky. Are we going back to the home soon?
Soon, Alfie. First, let's turn to the reason we're all here, the weekly Territory 1 Team Awards. First up tonight is a lady who really knows how to put in the extra hours. She works at a transition centre in Hamble-Bamblebury, and she has single-handedly allowed more families to unburden each other than any other nurse in Territory 1. In the uneven path, she'd have been locked up. Tonight, she is being honoured as a team player. Please welcome Daphne Snister.
Are you here to change me?
Just give her a medal, Alfie. There's a good boy.
Right, got you. I mean, 2 sugars, please. And don't let it steep too long.
I think you're supposed to give me one of those.
Oh.
Well,
There he goes. Look.
I can't get the arms up any higher than that. You'll have to go down, love.
Thank God those fractious times are behind us, and now the territories are thriving.
Are we in? As the actors said to the bishop.
Yes, thank you. I've got it from here.
Well done. Daphne Snister, everybody. Now, open your envelope and find out what you've won. Crikey, don't hold back there. She's tougher than one of Peter's homemade Eccles cakes.
Got it. I've won a holiday for 2 in Territory 15. It used to be called San Palmerino, didn't it?
I believe it did.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about with that thing in a few episodes ago.
We're all one nation now.
Hang on a minute. Isn't it still on fire?
Daphne's sister, everyone.
Oh, what about my change? I've been in these wide fronts for 3 days now.
We'll get to that, Alfie.
Oh, right you are, love.
Next up tonight is a couple from Farnley who, after a rocky start losing their family's ill-gotten gains to the Assets and Wealth Act, have really embraced the new future, setting up a community farm and petting zoo in their local area for all the local children to play. Please welcome Otho and Lobelia Jackson Randy-Gannett. Medals, Alfie.
Do you know, when I was in the trenches, I had a pal called Scotty Wilson. He was from way up north, so I didn't understand a bloody word he said. But he were my best mate.
Should we just grab them for ourselves?
Probably for the best.
And his best mate was Smudger Ace. There was them two, Fiddly Eric, Unstable Terry, and of course, Leggy Sydney. She were a girl, but she had a boy's name, so they shipped her to the front anyway. First girl any of us has ever seen, close up. She's dead now. They all are. Smudger and Scotty never made it home. Fiddly got shanked in Frankfurt prison in an argument over an olive. And Terry, he exploded quietly at home. Sydney got a fatal skin condition. Scratched herself to death. It makes you think.
Thanks, Alfie. Great contribution. So, Otho and Lobelia, a petting zoo.
After we lost all our wealth, we discovered there were actually people who had never even owned a pony. So we decided to do something about it. That's the type of people we are, you see. Advantage of a private education, probably.
Well, I'm sure we could debate that all night, but there's no time. So, let's see what you've won.
Yes, before we do, there's something I wanted to say to you.
Absolutely. Every citizen of the new future has my ear.
Good. When Advance came to power, you took all of our wealth. You took the shirts off of our backs.
Quite literally, in my case, I used to collect shirts.
You might as well have the rest of it, too.
Oh,
whoa.
Security!
Oh God, not again. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Pennies and the news are not good bedfellows. Keep those flappy bits off my channel, Alex.
Badge better. And you are? Oh, no.
Got to go.
Oh.
It isn't right and it isn't fair.
You tell him, girl. That's my wife, you know. Oh, no, you don't.
You can't mix pearls with swine, it isn't right. We used to have 3 horses, fed and defected and hung well. And now what have we got? 2 mangy goats, 1 mongrel dog called Kenneth, and a rooster that won't bloody shut up!
Can we get this over quickly with, please?
As the actress said to the bishop. Oh, here we go again. Hello, Alfie Tadge-Badger. Pleased to meet you.
Stop them!
Oh, don't worry, love. I'll protect you. Oh, 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 oh.
You better blow my ruddy nose.
You know, this reminds me of when I was in my 20s and we go to the promenade at Shining on Sea and watch all the pretty girls on the beach. Everything was black and white then, of course.
Yeah, of course.
We'd visit the Penny Arcade and try to win a block of lard to take home for the family. You couldn't buy lard in those days. You had to win it. Oh, it was so much simpler back then. Boys were boys, girls were girls. Everyone else was recruited by the circuses. There were loads of them, you see, circuses, with their big tents and their candy floss. You'd hear the music, the pipe organ, drifting over the nearby fields. My mum used to call it the most magical sound in the world. This was before she lost her hearing after giving a particularly loud round of applause. Did you ever go to the circus?
What's that, Alfie?
The circus, oh, never mind. Yeah, just a tea, pet.
Well, that was an unexpected dose of naked nostalgia. Some people simply can't let go of the past. That's why I look in joy and fervent admiration at the younger generation. So cohesive, such a team. And with fertility falling throughout the territories, we should value our fabulous new generation now more than ever. Our final winner tonight is a go-getter who really went and got 'em, helping to root out more than 170 disrupt collaborators in his own neighbourhood. Since then, he's gone on to be a senior cohesion cadet leader and organised all of the entertainment at last year's Camp Cooperation. Our final winner tonight, Edwin Neverley.
Oh, okay, Treasurer.
You should be in a transition centre, you old nonk. Prime Minister. It's an absolute pleasure to finally meet you. We're very similar, in my opinion.
Well, I've never been much of a role model.
Nonsense. Prime Minister, you have saved this country. You have fought enemies, foreign and domestic, with 9 fists. As with my own tiny fists have I.
Well, let's open the envelope and find out what you've won. Maybe it'll be a fist enlargement.
A year's internship as a behaviour coach at Betty. It's just what I always wanted. Let's show the fools where they went wrong, eh?
Well, actually, betterment is about rehabilitation, Edwin.
Absolutely. And if they don't reintegrate, we retaliate. Just like you did on Liberation Night. Thank you for this award. And stay vigilant. Report the non-cohesives. Be a team player.
That concludes tonight's awards. Join me next week when, hopefully, things will be a lot more normal. Back to you, Megan.
Prime Minister Salisbury there at a highly eventful team awards ceremony. Any thoughts on this week's winners, Stacey?
The nurse was fucking scary, the pretees were saggy, and that little prick will never lose his virginity.
Okay. Well, succinctly put there, if a little profane. After the break, we'll be going live to a star-studded premiere. You won't believe who's on the red carpet tonight. Don't go anywhere, we'll be back after this. And we're out.
Oh, Alex, one other... What's that? You're off already? I know you had to take the day off work with Junior, but... Oh, I see. No luck still with Theodore. I'm so sorry, darling. Of course. I'll speak to you later.
What?
Oh, Alex, I completely forgot what I was going to say. Blast it all. You're lucky your Susie is a key worker and exempt for today.
Some kind of tragic comic disaster.
Exempt for what? What are you talking about, you motherfucker? No. Close these blinds.
Are you receiving us?
Are you fucking with us? Oh, right. So she can swear.
Well, hey, it's an airplane. I don't got no. There's no pineapples anymore.
So,
dang
Patrick
it.
and Robin are just going to
They
grab
were the only thing I ever liked.
from your to glue it all together.
They do know I have a Queen's View degree in journalism.
This looks significantly less grand as it used to be.
What a joke.
Where is our honoured guest?
Sitting around that boy band hot spot.
Heat rash. Hotspot won it last year.
Heat rash. Oh God, they're singing out the names, aren't they?
I hear the computer comes up with them. The songs too. Ah, there she is, and just in time too.
That's 10 seconds, everybody.
What have you been up to?
What's it to you?
And we are going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. Stacey's still here.
Wishing she wasn't.
Thanks, Stacey. And in this segment, we're delighted to have sent Robin and Patrick to the movies. Yes, tonight is the world premiere of The Automated, starring Lawrence Blunderclatch and the late, great Helena
Well, I thought it was
Country-Boatshoot.
Medicated.
And all the stars are out tonight. We first covered this film almost 5 years ago, back when it was called The Medicated. Then, for mysterious reasons, the film was suddenly pulled the night before its release. Well, since then, executive producer George Focus has spent 5 long years polishing the film and turning it into a special edition premiering tonight. With extensive state-of-the-art visual effects and a top-quality voice team, George says it's the movie he always wanted to make. Now, let's take a look at it.
I can't deconstruct it.
Captain?
I can't deconstruct it. I can't deconstruct it. Robots!
Is this a wig?
You think I don't grow that? You think I don't grow that?
No, Dick, I'll kill you. Think of Saturn.
There's something on your face, Chief Harrison! I wish you were real, baby. Flesh and blood.
Captain Quasar.
But you're just ones and zeros, baby. If only I'd noticed.
Captain Quasar.
You rusted, but I didn't notice.
Captain.
I'm buffering, bitch, you said.
Got one on you.
God damn it, blast it all!
Here's a map.
What's a map? Okay, so head north on Interstellar Avenue, left at the asteroid belt, and a tricky 3-point turn at Uranus. What are these symbols? This corner, this is the key.
We could shut it down.
Yes, we could shut it down. Yes, we could shut it down. But we have to ask ourselves, who are we?
No, the robots. No.
Gosh, thrilling stuff. What did you think, Stacey? Thrilling stuff. What did you think, Stacey?
The robots were all right, I guess.
They certainly were. Let's go over to Robin Short now in Western Square, who I believe has got the star of the show. Robin.
Well, Megan, I'm joined
There's
by
thunder, twat.
both of the stars, Lawrence Blunderclatch and Helena Canterbury-Bochu. Thank you so much.
No, thank you. It's thanks to shows like yours that Eleanor and I are even here. Don't you agree?
Well, I couldn't.
Absolutely right, darling.
And you two have both become absolutely huge in the past couple of years, haven't you?
Even huger, yes, that's right. I feel very lucky, very, very lucky to be born, well, you know. And Helena is in massive demand too at the moment. She's still the face of a major cosmetics brand, and she's booked to do a one-woman Lear in the summer.
Wow, it sounds like you're both very busy. But is there any chance we'll get to see you together on screen again?
No, I'm really not supposed to mention this, but yes, we are doing a little something together.
No.
I'm playing a weathered starship captain from another galaxy, and Helena is my droid companion.
But how does that work?
I spend 7 hours in makeup now.
No, how does Helena play a droid?
Oh, we just pop her on a roller skate.
Wow. Well, Lawrence Blunderclatch and Helena Canterbury-Bochu, thank you so much for joining me. And we're going over to Patrick Bannon now. Patrick, will we be seeing you in a movie anytime soon?
Thank you, Robin. Fingers crossed. I'm joined here by pop icon, it's Lil C. And her father, country singer and alien worshipper, Billy Bob Jean Short.
Howdy.
So, Lil C, what's with the bag?
She knows what she's done.
Well, we love this look. Is it one of yours?
No, you know it's not. We don't do that anymore.
Yes, of course. Your clothing label went bankrupt, didn't it?
Yes, because a certain TV show failed to fulfill their contractual obligations.
Well, you look great.
Well, that's probably due to her new cosmetics and wellness brand.
Well, I'm not sure that it is.
Let her show you. This is our new eyeshadow palette. She calls this one Glands.
Wow, it's scented. Wow, that was a surprise.
And this next one, this is our new lipstick. We call this shade Lips.
Oh, wow. Why is it so salty?
It's organic. And this, our next one, this body spray, this is a body mist which rebalances your hormones and actually smells like fertility.
Oh, right, yeah. Wow.
You feel that?
Yeah. Yeah, that burns.
All this is part of Lil C's new range, straight from my veins.
Oh, good lord.
Breeze Craglar!
So, you're retiring from the music industry. That must be hard.
Well, she's way past her prime, Patrick. It was very hard for her to accept it first, but the industry's very, very sure about these things.
Well, you sure we can't convince you to release just one last album?
We do actually have another album ready, but that's for the label to release in case she dies over the next 10 years or so.
Oh.
Well, given the way she's going, you might get it by Christmas.
Well, we better let you get back.
Now remember, we need the money. So, she's also available for parties, weddings, funerals, and bar mitzvahs.
Well, thank you, Lil C. That's Lil C there. Oh, and it looks like Robin has got hold of Jesus. Is it obvious I'm sweating, Robin?
It absolutely is, Patrick. Jesus, I almost can't believe you're here. How have you been?
You know, I like to walk amongst the peoples every now and then. It makes them feel close to me.
Right, yes.
And to be close is to be human. And to be human is to be apart. Oh, that was good, write that down. Hey, Rachel, write that one down.
It's good to see you've done so well for yourself.
Thank you, my child. You know, I have you to thank for that. If it was never for your show supporting me and my music, I never would have transcended.
Now, there are rumours going around that you might be running for office. Is there any truth to that?
Yeah, that's absolutely true, yeah.
But you're aware that elections have been suspended in the territories?
No, I'm not running to be no Prime Minister.
Oh, you're not?
No. I'm gonna be King of the Moon.
Damn, bro. He needs to be elected for that?
King of the Moon?
Yes.
Kings don't usually get voted on, bro.
You're running for King of the Moon?
No, not running. It's my birthright.
Yeah, right?
And does this have anything to do with promoting your upcoming hip opera, Jason Space?
Hush now. Cynicism is so unmoon.
Okay. And how long will this last? Will it go the way of last year's Living as a Mouse fiasco? Or maybe your foray into ventriloquist beats?
I don't make the moon rules. I merely live by them.
So, are you looking forward to seeing The Automated?
You know, I don't believe in film. Thou shalt keep thine image still unholy. That's track 4, Jesus Christ made us though.
Okay, thank you for your time, and good luck with your new life in space.
And with you, my child.
So fucking...
Well, Megan, that's what success looks like.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to see if we can grab someone else to have a chat. Back to you.
Robin, but I think Stacey and I are probably in quite enough trouble where we are. So, 3 big names there, Stacey.
Yeah, big names.
Any thoughts about them, maybe from your generation's perspective?
You won't like my opinions.
Go on, try me.
Well, Bumbanonk is so old he's like 1 week away from a transition centre, so who cares? And Lil C was cool when I was like 12 or something, but now she's just another fucking loony. And Jesus is a disrupt-loving wanker who should have died with the rest of them 3 years ago.
You're right.
You agree with me?
No, you're right, I don't like your opinion. But thankfully, we can go back to Patrick now, who has another familiar face to catch up with. Oh, Patrick!
We're on the edges of our seats, Megan, except we're standing. I apologise if I get overexcited, but any moment now, we're going to meet with the cast of the hottest new TV show. It's on every Saturday night. Have you guessed it? Yes, it's Big Chris's House of Chris's. And here's the man himself, Big Chris. Hello.
Hey.
It's good to see you, Big Chris. We love your show.
Oh, thanks, mate. It's really good to be here.
And are you excited for the automated?
Oh, yeah. I mean... Come on. All right, just one sec. Sorry, it's impatient Chris and rude Chris.
Fuck off. Are the other Chris's here as well?
Yeah, some of them couldn't make it, but some of the boys are here. Hello, we've got Posh Chris, Quiet Chris and Remorseful Chris. Oh, my. Pocket Chris is around here somewhere, but I haven't seen him in ages.
What about Chris Reloaded?
Oh no, he's not. He couldn't make it. But Chris 2 Electric Boogaloo's here. Yeah. Oh Jesus Christ, it's Mormon Chris.
Hello.
Hi. Have you seen Cardboard Chris?
Hey, there he is.
Look, I wouldn't normally ask this, but spill the gossip. Is there anyone in the cast you don't get on with?
Wow, everyone would think it would be Killer Chris, but he's all right. Yeah, he's really into crosswords. I think it'd probably be Surfer Chris.
Aw, bummer, man.
Or Disco Chris.
Ow!
Honestly, he's god-awful.
Cheeky celeb insight there.
Oh shit, I better go actually, before Sheriff Chris and Chris Beard fall out again. Oh no, sorry, I've got to go, too late, sorry. I'll see you inside.
No,
Yeah?
thank you, Big Chris. Amazing. Megan, you know, I've heard the production have actually had to hire out a separate screen exclusively for them. I'm sure they'll love the movie. What a pleasure to meet with such varied and talented stars. Megan.
Thanks, Patrick. What a colourful interview there on what looks like an amazing night. They certainly know how to make an entrance. And the automated really does seem to have unstoppable written all over it, because despite Boris Hawley in Hours magazine calling it Lawrence Blunderclatch's overly long suicide note, in a review which ends with the words, and he hasn't even had the decency to see it through, the film, which is free to all residents of the territories, has seen record pre-bookings and looks set to run for months and months. But let's go back to those lucky few seeing it tonight. Oh, I'm so jealous. Robin, you seem
Thanks, Megan. Well, will you settle for the territory's most eligible bachelor? 5 years ago, Steve Saxon was an unknown. Then a series of incredible performances in acclaimed productions, from Hamlet's Jam to the curious rise of Algernon Ding Dong, made him the most wanted man in drama. He's been voted sexiest man under 25 for 3 successive years. Now, let's see if he'll talk to the NNN. Excuse me, Mr. Saxon. Steve, have you got a moment to spare to talk to the NNN?
Oh, hi, the NNN. You know, your show gave me my first chance at an audience. The raw me, Steve 1.0.
I remember. Even then, everyone could see there was something so special about you. The whole thing is burned into my mind.
A moment is the very least I can give your amazing viewers in return.
Not that we're actually going anywhere. Where is she?
Are you going to introduce us to your date?
But of course, this
I'm
is...
Charlotte Winstanley-Hamilton. I was in Hey Friendship too. You know, that scene you burned into your mind. I was in that.
No.
I don't remember that at all.
Are you at all? Are you sure
Oh.
you remember?
Yes, I was the pretty one. Tell her, Steve.
Looks are really important.
Well, if you say so, Steve. So, it's been a big year for you. I believe you've been tackling the Bard.
Yeah, so I've been working with an enfant terrible called Quentin Sucker Punch. We've been
Winning
doing
great
all
prizes helping the team celebrate the new future.
Yeah, so we
There's this
shoot one a
best from the
week.
team have orders.
I play all the parts.
Just reading
So I
all
learn
the,
them at the weekend,
like
and then
the
we shoot
point
them
in
naked
in the
in the
bathroom
scene.
when you're reading
The
all
lighting
the
in there is
information
really
on the back of the shampoo.
Sorry, did you say
That's
that?
me right now.
Yes, well, he is. I'm in a variety of hats. It's an old theatrical tradition.
I had a single out. It was called Look at Me.
And you did that advert, didn't you, babe?
Is that your dental floss?
And the sex tape, of course.
Steve! I don't like to talk about that. Although apparently it's available for $11.99 everywhere. Just ask your newsagent.
So, what is your favourite Shakespeare play then, Steve?
Ooh, I like the wordy one.
It's starting soon. I'm going to miss the trailers, and we haven't even got any popcorn yet.
She'll be here.
Oh, I'm sorry I'm late, guys. What took you so long? There was an injured pigeon. I'll explain on the way in.
Now, of course, I remember you from that legendary first appearance.
Really? Her too?
You were such a serious little thing. You had that horrible sister.
Yes, that was me. I'm the horrible sister.
Don't be so hard on yourself, babe. Looks are really important.
Thanks, Steve.
So, what have you been up to, Harriet?
Actually, last year I was overseas bringing art to the starving children from outside the territories. They may not
Yeah,
have
of
food,
course.
But they can still have Canada.
Good for you.
And now I'm in an experimental physical theatre piece about the existential angst of Wicker.
Amazing. So artsy.
We do it above a pub on Thursdays.
I was also the girl who got murdered in the bath in Night Slasher 3.
Haven't seen it.
She was brilliant.
Thanks, Steve.
Fucking hilarious.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Thanks, Steve.
Fuck me. Steve.
I think it's starting soon and I really need a tinkle.
Oh my God, you need the loo now. We're going to completely miss the trailers. You were so selfish.
Sorry.
We've got to go.
Oh, of course. Thank you so much for talking with us and enjoy the movie.
Thanks. Love the NNN.
I love you guys. Stop showing off. Sorry.
Oh my God, Megan, I can't believe that. Steve Saxon, Harriet Winstanley-Hamilton, and someone else, can't remember her name for the life of me. I'm too starstruck, if I'm honest. I think I've just come. Back to you, Megan.
Thanks, Robin. Lucky you, and enjoy the movie. The Automated opens in cinemas across the territories this weekend. What a star-studded event, eh, Stacey?
Who cares? No one goes to the cinema these days.
Of course. We'll be back after these messages. I still go to the cinema.
You should get yourself a video recorder, like the one at the home.
Yeah, I've got a video recorder. It's just not the same, is it?
You're right, it's better. No unevens chatting and chewing all the way through.
What about a kiss and cuddle on the back row? Doesn't that happen anymore?
In public? What's wrong with you?
Oh, come on.
Feeling better? All right, you are. Got to get set up for heat rash. I think Ronnie's on something.
I know he is. It was on his rider. Apparently it's medicinal.
Ronnie's always high. Give him orange juice.
God, she speaks.
He's a stupid cunt.
Just like you wish you wouldn't.
Oh, God. All right. Jesus.
We seem to be a bit bunched up.
Oh, don't worry. It's so cool.
It's what now? Oh, here's Megan. She's going to be interviewing you.
Hello. Hi.
This is her. This is Stacey.
Well, hello there, Stacey.
Fuck off, Ronnie. Right. No, I'm sorry, but if we can't be polite, you're going to have to wait in the dressing room.
Whatever.
Do you want to go and wait in the dressing room? Hmm?
No.
There you go.
No what?
No.
Thank you. Okay. And sit up straight. You're ruining my shot.
That's 10 seconds, everybody.
No, cool.
Fucking right, Noko.
What's that? What's no?
Bring in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. For our final segment tonight, Stacey and I are delighted to be joined by Heat Rash. Their new album, Girls and Why We Love Them All, comes out this weekend. So, let me see if I can get this right. It's Nolan,
I write the songs.
Ronnie.
That's what it says on the tattoo.
Oh, you've got a tattoo of your name on yourself. Okay.
In case he forgets it.
This raconteur, you must be Chinny. Why do they call you Chinny?
It's because of this ugly old thing.
I don't know what you mean.
God, you're so fucking embarrassing.
Dale. Crikey, Dale, you do not look old enough to be in a band.
I get that a lot. I'm actually 23, the oldest one. I have a growth disorder.
God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that.
It's so cool, Preeti.
It's only messing with you.
He's actually 58.
Okay, right, I see. You're going to be a handful, are you, boys?
Mum.
You must be TP. What does TP stand for?
Tiny prick.
It stands for team player.
I see. How long have you had that nickname?
Ever since Nolan decided Terry Prodance was a shit name for a member of a boy band.
No co, Ronnie.
Yeah, no co, Ronnie.
Sorry, what does no-co mean?
Ah, it's the opposite of SoCo.
Ah.
Fuck's sake. SoCo. Yeah. So cohesive. You pretees say cool.
Right, okay, thank you, Stacey.
Yo, that's
Sorry about
freaking
her.
cool, man.
She's uneven.
So you guys met through a popular show on one of our rival channels, didn't you?
Yeah, team players with a Z.
So how did that work then?
Well, actually, Dale and I knew each other from school. We were actually classmates. And
Fuck's sake, Nolan, mate. Give someone else a chance. We all went on Team Players. We all auditioned. The judges put us into bands. And, yeah, we went to their houses and they just put us into bands.
it's an example of how we're greater than the sum of our parts when we work in harmony.
And occasionally singing it.
So every week on the show, they get these bands and they give them a song that the producer just found probably under the bin somewhere.
Actually, I write the songs.
And the public would phone in and decide which song they like best.
Right, and then the losers would be eliminated. Yeah?
Mum.
What?
No co. Pretty, so no co.
The band who get the most approval get to play their song again.
Sure. So what happens to the losers then?
Mum.
What do I keep doing wrong?
We don't use the L word anymore.
You mean losers?
Would you please stop saying that?
That word is a pejorative. It's a word designed to diminish. At Go Getters, I learned very early that we only win when everybody wins.
But, sorry, that's not real life, is it? That's just sports board, no?
I thought you were SoCo.
Yeah, I am Soko.
Nah, you're a shrinker. Can't be friends with shrinkers.
She doesn't know what you're talking about. She doesn't understand.
So I do understand, actually, Stacey.
You do.
What's a shrinker?
Well, a shrinker.
What's
is...
a preteen, Mum? What's a preteen?
Well, I think it means someone who's older, doesn't it?
Pre-territories.
It's someone who turned 18 before the new future. We call you pretees.
Uneven.
Mimis. Nonks.
It's not her fault she's old. She can't help it.
I'm not that old.
I'm trying to help you here.
I don't think I need your help.
See? Total Mimi.
Is that so?
Yes, obviously.
You know what the real problem with you lot is? You just can't get over the fact that your beloved Disrupt are gone and you just don't fit in anymore. But the truth is, Disrupt were violent, no-co, bricks being led by a fucking psycho. I'm glad they lost, and you should be too.
Listen, not everyone over 30 supported Disrupt, Stacey.
Not everyone, no, but one fuck-off lot of you did.
SoCo, Stacey. SoCo.
We've all learned maybe a little bit more than we expected to there.
Yeah, right?
I'm genuinely delighted to have met Heat Rash. And before we end the show tonight, I think you're going to sing for us, aren't you?
Yes, that's right. We're going to sing a song from Girls and Why We Love Them All called Pieces of My Heart, which is about a real relationship I had with an actual girl.
Oh, Nolan, give it a rest, mate. No one cares. Go on, let's get on these stools, lads.
Right.
So, Stacey, can I get your contact?
Oh, she's 15. Go on, piss off and sing your song, Terry. Christ.
Right you are.
So, here they are with their latest single, Pieces of My Heart. Are you excited, Stacey?
Not for me, no. I only listen to blip music and a bit of jizzcore. Pop music is...
Ah, yes, I know I meant to mention this earlier. Apparently, these newfangled boy bands change singer all the bloody time. Try and follow along, eh? Keep the shot on whoever is currently singing the lead vocal.
I saw you standing by the menu center with a brand new pair of Lycras, baby. Do you remember? You took the first of the pieces of my heart. You wandered into a bush
nation grabbed her vodka and stank, took our assets and our wealth and drew them out of the bag.
I gave you little pieces of my heart. I didn't know two hearts could ever feel like this, girl. It's like you were custom made for me by Remington's fist. I take all of the loves that didn't last and leave them in the uneven past. Share the new future as my bride. You snatch me inside. There's no need to hide all the times that you cried. As my old man used to say, you blow me away. I just want you to stay. I don't want you to pay. You make me crazier than Neil today. On Liberation Night, girl, I was sitting beside you. We sat there shaking all the way through incisors. We held each other as things fell apart. We took a train through all the territories and we threw away the rules and wrote our personal stories. You took a dozen pieces of my heart. I didn't know that life could ever feel like this, girl. It's like you were custom made for me by Remington's fist. I take all of the loves that didn't last. I leave them there, the uneven past. Share the new future as my bride. Snatch me inside. There's no need to hide all the times you have cried. As my old man used to say, blow me away. I just want you to stay. I just want you to play. You make me crazier than Neil. Make me crazier than Neil today. And now I'm staring at your membership card. There's your picture beaming brighter than a handful of flaws. I'm trying to find the pieces of my heart and leave them in the uneven parts. Share the new future as my bride. You snatch me inside. There's no need to hide all the times that you cried. As my old man used to say, you blow me away. I just want you to stay. I just want you to play. You make me crazier than Neil. Crazier than Neil. Crazier than Neil today.
Wow. Well, fantastic. Thank you, Heat Rash. That was actually really good. Best of luck. Thank you for coming in. Now it's almost time for final thoughts tonight. And I've actually asked Stacey to write a few, and they're just being programmed onto the auto cue now. Now, I have no idea what she's going to say. So, fingers on that bleep button in the broadcast room, just in case. Take it away, Stacey.
My name is Stacey. I guess you know that by now. Don't know why I put that in there. Anyway. I don't watch the news. There's no need. You hear all the important stuff from your mates, so I don't know what's considered important anymore. But I'm pretty sure that it's not rehash movies and fucking boy bands, so... Anyway. I'm going to talk about what's important to me. When Advance were first elected 6 years ago, I was 9 and in a home. Not a family home like you call a home. This was a state children's home. It was it was fucking awful, actually. It was like a Charles Dickens book. The roof leaked and the walls were damp some mornings. The food was bad. Drugs and alcohol were everywhere. No one cared. You had to watch your back all the time because there weren't enough staff to manage us. And yes, as you'd imagine, there was a lot of some bad stuff went down there with some of the staff. Okay. Not all of them, but the others knew, and they didn't stop it. And then Advance won the election. And like a miracle, things started to change. They got better. We had nicer food. The home was not just repaired, but redecorated and kitted out with books and sports stuff and musical instruments and video games. Most of the staff were fired, and the new ones, which there were more of, spent time talking and working with the bullies. And you know what? A second miracle. It worked. The bullying stopped. My life, got better. Because finally, there was enough money to do the good things, and Advance had the guts to do it. I joined Go-Getters, and on Liberation Night, that gave me a group of friends that I could talk with when the bombs went off and the power went out. Another miracle. I wasn't alone anymore. And that was the night I finally understood the importance of being in a team. So here's my final thought. I know the people who were doing better under the old system long to go back. You say, we were freer. But what you mean is, we were richer. But for every one of you, there is 100 of me. And even now, after all you've had taken away, you are still doing better than I am, than I likely ever will. You still have homes of your own and families of your own who love you. And I'll never have that. So maybe you should stop looking for the worst interpretation of everything this amazing government does and realise it's not for you. It's for the millions like me. And you can cry and bleat all you want, but you're never going to get your money back because it's already been spent on miracles. Wow, thank you.
Stand by. Oh my God.
Stand by.
Disrupt.
Tomorrow, better.
And we're out.
Is that all right? Yes. Yes, that was more than all right.
Nicely done. I think you might have actually given them something to think about.
So I guess you're going to be taking me back to the home now then?
I was thinking we could go out somewhere and, I don't know, have a meal, talk about our options, if that's okay.
Of course, Miss Wolf. Security will be standing by.
So they're always there then?
There was a thing a few years ago now.
Oh, with that Jeremy bloke? I heard about that, everyone did. Were you here back then? Doesn't look old enough.
Robin on me.
Yeah, she does that.
Alrighty. Let's see what we got. I think there was no way I could have made the government less than, probably. Hey, technically not negative again. That's what I'm talking about, boys. Oh, actually, oh wow. Alright. Shit. I'll take it. I don't know how I went. Okay. Wow. There was a big speech about how good the government is, and they still did terribly. Man, the world kind of really hates Advance now, doesn't it? Jesus. Why did the Channel 1 still hate me? I didn't do anything wrong. Well, I did kind of fuck up all of the reactions because I didn't want to do anything about that, but I didn't think that Channel 1 would care about that. It said that I wouldn't get bad ratings for it. You lied to me. Can't believe it. Okay. Let's go. Let us go. Select your screen before the broadcast starts. Don't wait till you're live. Ah, yes. I sure will not. No, there's only like one more left to do before this ends. I can't wait to see how this ends though, because I've been screwing over the government at every chance I get. So it's not over It's not fucking over. Goddamn right it's not fucking over. We're gonna take this shit. We ain't gonna take this anymore. $20.79. An uppance come. You once again find yourself sitting inside Bozeman's office. Everything is pristine and orderly, just how the fastidious man likes it, though it's rare for him to be late. The door opens behind you, just as you start to imagine the reasons why. Winston, you're already here. Good. Well, I'll keep this brief. We both know your direct dedication to this role is somewhat lacking. You've been here almost 6 months, and in that time, he checks his notes on his desk. This doesn't seem like a great start. You've had a problem with following simple and clear instructions. A prime example of this is when you played that Disrupt propaganda tape a few years back. We're still feeling the consequences of that today. He frowns and shakes his head. Well, you knew that one would probably keep coming back to bite you. Your involvement, whether or not it could be proved, in the Disrupt attack has not been overlooked. That night cost Channel 1 significantly, financially and to our reputation. You better believe that if I had a shred of evidence, well, we'd certainly not be talking now. You go. Your general attitude leaves much to be desired. Never willing to go above and beyond for the role and to work extra hours when required. Refusal to attend corporate events and functions. These things are all noticed, you know. Is he ever going to let that go? Look, Winston, I'm going to be blunt. I don't like you. If I had it my way, you'd been out the door long ago. But now we're under public ownership. It's much harder to get rid of you without an official grievance. And so far you've managed to skate just under the line. But I want you to know that I'm watching for you to slip up. Now get back to work. Well, at least you know how he really feels. Yeah, right? Jesus. I don't like you either, Bozeman. There's no guns in this game, right? Well, except the one that Jeremy Clarkson pulled. Jeremy Donaldson. God damn it. It's late. It's been snowing all day, and unlike everyone else, you've stayed inside as much as possible, keeping warm. Normally you'd enjoy the snow, but today it's nothing like more than an irritant. Still, tomorrow you get the day off and might actually be able to enjoy it. Sam always gets excited when they see the snow. When they were younger, they'd always wrap the kids up and take them out to play in it. It's been a while since that's happened, though. Something about the warm fire and dark nights always makes you feel nostalgic at this time of year. The sound of the front door opening startles you out of your thoughts. Hey, I'm back, Sam calls before coming to find you in the living room. Oh, the fire's going. It's lovely and cozy in here. They come to sit by you, leaning their head on your shoulder. Welcome home. How was your day? Sam sighs. Oh, you know, the usual. I spent the morning volunteering at the menu center, making myself useful. They'd pick up the position while unemployed and kept it going. Then in the afternoon, I wanted to see some friends about the old job. They're thinking about moving again, so we're looking at new places. What about you? Yeah, I'm good. Glad I'm not going to work in that weather. Well, tomorrow let's make a day of it. I'll go for a walk maybe. I'll even drag you to the top of the hill for a sled. Maybe we can race like the old days. I don't know, we're getting a bit old. You start to object, but Sam cuts you off. Oh, you're only saying that because you know I'll win. They give you a wink and a kiss before getting up and going to the kitchen, calling back over your shoulder. Loser pays for the cocoa. You're very lucky to have Sam. Yeah, they always manage to stay happy, regardless of what happens. Old Chrissy and our son. Time for a reflection. It's been over 13 years since your dad died. You visited his grave a few times since then. Normally during times of stress, or when you're trying to figure something out, or when you just want some peace and quiet. Today is no different. You feel Sam's hand on your shoulder giving you a reassuring squeeze. You're grateful that they're still here with you. Just having them by your side always seems to make things easier. The caw of Raven catches your attention as it flies away. A parent should never have to bury their child, particularly Charlie, who's never even had a chance to grow up. He had so much potential, so many dreams, so much he wanted to do. It's not fair. If only he could change it. Susie, despite everything she's been through, is still a rock for the rest of you. She'll be a great mother to the twins. They couldn't have found a more loving home. There have been a lot of arguments over the years, but you wouldn't change a thing. You're still amazed how far you and your daughter has come. She's one of the best things in your life. You always had your ups and downs with Chris, but that doesn't mean they deserted. If you hadn't given them your passport, they'd be safe, and Sam was so happy about it at the time. The choices we make, the best laid plans of mice and men. Taking your mother to the transition center was a difficult decision, maybe the hardest of your life. You're still not sure if it was the right one, but she's definitely not suffering any longer. And at last, she and your dad are together now, whatever happens next. It'd be nice to have her here with you, though. You turn away and wander in the direction of the car. You can't control life. What happens, who lives and who dies. All you can do is keep going and see what gets thrown at you next. What is life? It's not a series of little decisions that define us. And we'll never know which ones will take us one away. And which one will bring us here. Pretty much. That's all you can do. Oh, here we go. Turn off subtitles at any time from the pause menu. Yeah, I like the subtitles. Can't understand these British people. Actually, not that difficult. From Jeremy Clarkson was a little difficult, or Jeremy Donaldson, sorry. Jeremy Donaldson's a little difficult to understand because he talks way quickly. So I'd like to have my subtitles with him. But Megan Wolf is easy to understand. And she's mostly... Okay, the finale. Here we go. 7 years since the election.
Right. Let's try and get through this one with as little pain as possible, eh, Winston? I know Advance have allowed the studio to fall into disrepair. It's all gone wrong since they took over. Not that the alternative would be better. We'd have been stuck with something like those dangerous psychopaths at Disrupt. But the show must go on. One more time, anyway. Quick point before you start. We've had a few problems with the machinery lately. Locked buttons, screens flickering on and off, sparks and the like. Try not to make things any worse. Oh, and don't forget, you've got free reign of the SFX buttons these days. Make sure to use them whenever I would deem appropriate.
Okay, no worries.
How old are you then, Cole?
Okay, here we go. Big smiles.
I've actually gained a year. I celebrated 44 last year, but it's actually this year. It's brilliant.
You're 44?
I'm going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening and welcome.
Spice it up with some audience responses, Alex.
I'm Megan, and I'm joined, as always, by the inimitable Robin and Patrick. How are we?
Well, we have got so much going on tonight. I'm excited.
I'd say I'm about a 12, Megan.
On the excitement scale?
Yeah, exactly. We have got so much SoCo stuff coming up.
We sure do. We have celebrity chef Jordan Rankley, who will be cooking up a store.
We'll be announcing the winners of our big competition, Visions of the Future.
And we'll be joined by a very special guest for a game of Wheel of Truth. And I'll even be showing you how to make your own Leaders' Day gifts. We've got all of that and so much more tonight on The Nightly Show.
Coming to you live from the chilling rooms in the heart.
We have grieved our loss and we have hardened our hearts. We have lived with death and we no longer fear it. There is no price too great for liberty. I can be silenced, but your thoughts cannot. And each day, just like before, we gain hearts and minds. Because the truth is like that. Irresistible.
Yeah!
We're back. And we're only getting started.
Right, let's have some applause on the way into the next section.
Paces by Chef Jordan Rankley. But first, we know you love them, so Robin's going to give us an update on our lovely Nightly Show pets in Pet Corner.
Fine, suit yourself.
Well, Megan, first up we have our hamster, Lord Cheeks. Now, he's a squat winter grey with the scientific name Adipem stultus, and he lives here with us in this cage. Hamsters love hoarding, and they actually have special pouches in their cheeks for storing food. He loves carrots, apples, and chewing tobacco. Now, hamsters are nocturnal, so we'll do our best not to wake him up. But let's just see if we can... Well, the door has been left open. It looks as though Lord Cheeks has actually gone for a little wander. But I'm sure he will be around here somewhere. In the meantime, let's say hello to our tortoise. Now, after last month's viewer vote, she is now, of course, called Slow Barbara. And don't panic, even though it is December, Babs here doesn't actually hibernate. Let's say hello. she's sleeping. Oh, Babs. Oh. Oh. Those are our nightly show pets, Megan, both alive and well. Back to you.
With SFX, less is more, Alex.
Or some very similar animals at the same time tomorrow. Now then, I hope you're hungry, because if not, you're about to be. Patrick Bannon is with Chef Jordan Rankley, and they're going to be showing us how to knock up a delicious apple pie. It's time to go into the kitchen.
That's right, and I'm joined here by Chef Jordan Rankley. Welcome to the Nightly Show kitchen. How does it compare to the kitchens you're used to?
I love the colours. It's vibrant, it's fresh. It's none about all the arseholes. Yes?
Sorry?
What?
So, you own 6 restaurants, you've been awarded 9 Ballon d'Or across your career, and you've worked alongside the best chefs in the world. Tonight you've got me. Oh, are you worried?
Am I fucking worried? Are you worried? Are you fucking worried?
Yes. So, what are we making today, Chef?
So, we've got a family over for Leaders' Day. They're hungry. We're going to make them a delicious apple pie.
Ooh, lovely.
It's got sweetness, it's got the acidity of the fruit, and then you get the richness of that pastry. Incredible.
Wow, okay, so where do we start?
So we've got to start by making our filling. So we've got about 1 kilogram of fresh cooking apples here. Fucking beautiful. And we're going to slice these up perfectly. And then straight into the pan.
Your new show, Demon Kitchen Heart Eater, starts on Friday here on Channel 1. So, tell us about that.
So, teams of young chefs come into my kitchen, and one by one I destroy them emotionally. And if there's time, I teach them some basic knife skills. Fuck me, Patrick. What are you doing?
What?
Shit. Is that how you cut? Fuck, you'll lose a fucking finger.
Oh, don't worry, I've got spares. Right, so once we've done that, we set these aside whilst we make the pastry. Yeah.
Yep. Bowl. Yeah? Okay. Sugar. Butter. We mix that together, and then a whole egg. What are you doing, you fucking donkey? Are your brains the size of that fucking egg?
Oh, no, Chef.
No. Shit. Right. Mix that with a wooden spoon and work in that flour, okay? Work that into a nice ball of dough, just like that.
So, what does the notoriously fierce Jordan Rankley do to unwind?
Shit in bed.
Yeah.
What's that? What is that?
Well, it's a bit lumpy.
Lumpy? It could fucking pass for a sack of spuds. Touch that. Touch it. Yeah? Pathetic. That goes into chill. Now, we're mixing our filling. Apples, sugar, cinnamon.
So, you own 6 restaurants across 5 territories. Which is your favourite?
Are you mixing that or fucking it?
What?
Are you going to light a candle? Take it out to dinner? Fucking mix it for fuck's sake. Right, now we're rolling out 2/3 of our pastry. Bit of flour into the dish.
And the filling goes next, right?
Absolutely right.
Goes next,
Why are you watching this? Do you remember how it feels to be informed? To feel connected to what has happened in the world? Do you remember Jeremy Donaldson? Because
I do.
I remember how he died. And now I watch this excuse of a program and I realise he was 100% right. Disrupt's first martyr died protecting this show. If you could see it now, you'd wonder why he bothered.
And then brushing the whole thing with a beaten egg.
Lovely. Okay. Ta-da! What do you think?
Oh my God. You, come here, you. That's a disgrace. I'd rather jam my eyeballs up my fucking arse than look at that. I'd rather use my tongue to tie my shoes after the fucking shit-kicking contest, do you understand?
Then it goes in the oven for 45 minutes.
Oh, put your fucking head in the oven while you're at it. Useless. You! Come here, you! You're the worst fucking thing to happen to food since cyanide. Do you know that? I tell you what. Fuck off! Get the fuck out of here! Fuck off!
Okay, well, while I do that, let's go now to Megan and Robin, who will be announcing the winners of our competition, Visions of the Future.
Don't forget the SFX buttons.
Well, that looks delicious. If you want to follow along at home, then make sure you write in with a stamped, addressed envelope and we'll send you the fact sheet. So, Robin, look at all these amazing entries to the Vision of the Future competition.
Yes, we challenged you to show us your predictions of the future, and we were just inundated with entries, weren't we, Megan? From wacky inventions to global problem solving, they are all amazing, and we had the best time looking through each one.
It was so tough narrowing it all down, so we have some amazing runners-up. In third place, drum roll please, we have Hamish, who's 3 from Lunwelly. He calls this Still Life and the Future of God, and it really blew us away. Just look at the line work here, and I can really feel every passionate stroke of the brush.
If you look here, you'll see a beautifully rendered, what I thought at first was a smiley face, or perhaps a cat. But I think if you really look, you'll see it's actually a representation of the seeming futility of death through the eyes of the living.
Indeed. He's also chosen to just leave a lot of it blank, which I think is really interesting. If you know Hamish and his work, of course, he loves focusing on the negative space rather than the image itself.
Stunning, absolutely stunning, and such talent from one so young, Megan. But next up, we have our second place entry. So in second, drum roll please, we have Keith, 41 from Dungleys. Yeah, Keith, we were sort of aiming this towards our younger viewers, but still, he has sent in his idea of the future, which he's calling Ravaged Earth.
Indeed, he says in his really rather detailed notes, deprived of basic resources, society will resort to a brutal system of weekly battles to the death, where only the victor may breed. He also says at the bottom here, either that or about the same, but maybe a bit worse.
I really love his attention to detail. You can see the sort of gladiatorial arena, and then what I can only assume is Keith himself pulling off this chap's head and shouting, "Come back to me, Linda!" Oh, Keith, maybe if you spent more time outdoors and less time entering children's competitions, she might not have left.
Special one there. And finally, of course, it's time to reveal our winner. All our runners-up will receive a day out at an inflatable Happy Land on an industrial estate just off the A40. Sorry about that, Keith. But our lucky winner will win the chance to spend the day at the Department of Change to see how our teammates are actually making the new future a reality every day. And the winner is, drum roll please.
Oh, happy with that.
I spent my whole life searching for truths. Sometimes I found them. Other times I've not been so lucky. I used to rant about belief juice, a drug in the water. And I was wrong. I admit that. It's not in the water, it's right here. In this screen. In this show. This is your belief juice. You drink it nightly, through your eyes, and it makes you stupid and asleep.
Seems to have gone a bit haywire in what I can only assume is an ominous sign of things to come. Lovely Lola.
Well, if our winners have inspired you to make some artwork of your own, do keep sending them in, and yours could be displayed in our gallery here.
Well done again to everyone who took part. We're going to take a break now, but when we come back, we'll be playing the Wheel of Truth and making some lovely homemade gifts. Don't go away. We'll be back after this.
I don't know what you did, but it's definitely made things worse down there, Winston. Probably going to be more trouble for you in this segment. What do I care? I'm done anyway. Handed in my notice this morning. When the show finishes, I'll be out the door, so you may as well just do what you want, as usual.
Thank you, Bozeman. Really appreciate the support coming from Bozeman in this section. He always wanting to support me since day one. Just kidding. He's fucking hated me since day one. And I will remember that when I take down this government. I'll remember that. Guess who's coming to his freaking door? gonna goddamn put him in some disrupted detainment facility.
Account of my childhood, because in the new future, there's no need for secrets.
There was just so much injustice in the world, I realized. As Portia Hamilton
Daily
Mann,
report, the latest key facts and figures from Team HQ. I'm not gonna fucking play. Disruptive return, protect yourself and those you love.
It's playing havoc with the sound.
Bad out there. We're being stretched again.
I've had to use a high-pass filter.
It's a revolution, Colin.
Well, can you ask them to keep it down a bit?
Jenny, where's Glyn? Can we get him out here? I'm not sure about this grandma one.
Oh, he's writing with our other guests at the moment.
I just wouldn't say grandma.
Waves of nervous nausea
Yes,
seized me.
grandmother's arsehole. It's much better.
Okay, everyone, if I could have your attention, please. Sarah just needs a word.
Apparently there's been some sort of disturbance near the studio. Now, I'm sure it's nothing to worry about, but I wanted to let you know that I've asked for extra security, and they're already on their way.
Thanks, Sarah. Okay, 10 seconds, so positions and pose.
Okay, this time you've said it.
Laughing, and we're going in 5, 4, 3.
A bit more audience reaction would be nice, Alex.
I'm sorry, we were just saying we can't wait to taste Patrick's pie.
I don't know, I think I could wait.
Well, here it is, fresh out the oven.
Oh. Well, it does look amazing. Jordan, how did our Patrick do?
Well, let's just say that pie's got more crust than my grandmother's arsehole.
Well, thank you for that. Well, come on, try it. Dig in.
Okay.
Oh my God. Oh Lord.
Oh, that's really something, Patrick. That's delicious.
But now you better go and get ready for that next feature.
So I
We
did.
play a game of Wheel of Truth with our celebrity guests. But I know what you're thinking. Megan, we've only got one celeb guest. Well observed, viewers, well observed. Well then, I better bring her out. Should I? The surprise guest? What do you think? Here she is, best-selling author, lawyer and thinker. I mean, she's only the blooming team leader. It's Julia Thornbury.
Right. Has the audience gone to sleep? Remember the S-Effect buttons.
Julia, darling, I'm so good to see you.
Oh, Megan, you look incredible.
Stop it, I was just about to say the same thing. Now, don't get too comfortable. It's time to head over to Robin and Patrick as we play Wheel of Truth.
Spice it up with some audience responses, Alex.
Sure, there you go. Fuck off, Bozeman.
That's right, it's that part of the show where we pit our celebs against each other to see if we can break them.
That's right, Robin. They're gonna spin the wheel to pick a round, and it could be anything from box of flies to slap my face. They really have no idea what's in store.
So up first we have Jordan.
Oh.
Let's give it a spin.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay, let's see what you've landed on. Okay, it's fact or fib. Jordan, is it true that you've been known to order takeaway for a dinner party and pass it off as your own cooking?
It's one fucking time. One time.
Well, I think if that pie was anything to go by, you did them a favour.
Oh!
There, Julia, fact or fib? We heard you've got a very interesting way of saving time during the laundry.
Oh my God!
Go on, why don't you tell us about it?
You absolutely... No, I can't. Okay, so don't judge me.
It's early morning as I record this. Maybe you'll see this tonight, or next week, or never. It takes a lot to even get these on the air. So many small acts of rebellion. So don't worry. The fact that you can hear this at all proves it. You're never alone.
No! Honestly, raise my taxes. We're clearly not paying you enough.
Come to my dressing room after the show. We'll sort you out.
Oh, he's blushing, Patrick. Is all this talk of bras embarrassing you?
I mean, I'm not blushing. Come on then, you, Julia. Spin the bloody wheel.
Let's do it.
Okay, here we go.
we had to get that face. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Julia. Oh, who's that?
Oh my God!
Is that you?
Yes! Look, it was a very difficult time fashion-wise.
That hairdo is fucking hilarious.
No, don't. I think it's sweet.
A mullet is as popular now as it's ever been.
Oh, well, don't get too ahead of yourself there. Jordan, who is this? Does that look familiar at all?
Wow! Well, I'm glad I was getting fashion advice from someone who managed to make 7 look like 85.
Shit, hell. Where did you find that monstrosity? I look like I'm haunting the fucking place.
Right. We've got to move on. Jordan, let's have another spin.
Okay, here we
It's my go, Dad. You go. Go on. Sorry, I'm so keen. Let's go so much. Oh, well, you're in for a treat. Yeah. It's fact or fish. Okay. If you look under your podiums, you will find a lovely fish smoothie. Now, I'm going to ask you both a question, and all you have to do is answer it honestly, or else you'll have to drink the smoothie. Okay? Okay. Are you ready for the question? Yes. Here we go. Yeah. Which of your esteemed hosts is the more talented one? Oh, what a cop-out. How is it?
Fucking
Oh, we made it extra fishy.
I need my fucking mouth. Do you know how much these taste buds are worth?
Well, we've got time for one more quick spin, so go, Julia, go! Okay, so, Julia, take a look in that box under your desk there. I think Lord Cheeks is trying to get in on the game. Oh, bless him. Julia, what have you got in that box? It's not cheese, is it? Cheese! It's not cheese!
Juggling balls? What am I supposed to do with these?
Well, give it a go for us.
But I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing.
Come on.
Yes, let's all dance to a tune. Dance, puppets, dance.
Thank you, Bozeman.
I have to say, unexpected. Well, gosh, that was our game of Wheel of Truth, and my God, wasn't that fun? Okay, it really was, wasn't it? And now it's time to head over to Megan in Crafty Corner.
Don't forget the SFX buttons.
That's right,
No.
you join me in Crafty Corner, where today I'm going to be ably assisted by Julia. Come on over here. Goodness me, I don't know how you're keeping your dinner down. I can still smell that fish.
Well, to be honest, I've had worse. I used to eat at Peter Clement's house.
Oh, well, I hope you've got your artsy hat on, because today we're going to be making something very close to my heart. It's our little studio. Look at that. Isn't it adorable? All of us there on the sofa.
Wow. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, is that all you in there?
Yeah, it is. If we can just get a little zoom in, there we are. Oh, I don't know about you, Julia, but I always leave my holiday shopping to the last minute.
Oh, every year. I do it every year.
Well, luckily these make amazing gifts. Shall we get cracking?
Oh, yes, please.
We're going to start with a shoe box here. And Julia, that's it. Grab those scissors. I just want you to get rid of this front panel here.
Perfect. Will do.
Are you big celebrators in your house, Julia?
Oh, yes, no, in my house we show our love through food, like big dinners, loads of drink.
Absolutely right. That's the best bit about any holiday. It's all that food.
This bit as well.
Absolutely right. Cutting along the line there. Do be careful with the scissors at home. Make sure you're being supervised if you are a child. There we go. Fabulous.
There we go.
Okay, so it's going to look a little something like this, and I've got one here I made earlier. We painted it with a bit of poster paint, white to match our lovely curtains here in the studio, but you can obviously have whichever backdrop you like.
Like a nice shiny gold number.
Well, exactly right. So we're going to make bits of our set now to put in the studio, perhaps a little desk. So I'm just going to grab this piece of card. I've just got it from a little cereal box packet. I think you... I'll give you this one, Julia, shall I?
Thank you
There
so
you go.
much.
And all you need to do is cut along the lines there. Fabulous. So what's the best part of any Leaders' Day dinner, do you reckon?
I don't even have to think about it. Really? I love the 3 potato pie.
Three potato pie, I don't know that one.
You know, with the chips covered in the mash or wrapped up in a jacket potato. That just me that does that.
I don't know, but that sounds starchy. Well done, Julia. So now she's folding over a little bit there. What it's going to look like at the end is this little rectangular shape there. And we're going to pop it in the middle. A bit of sticky tape on the back there so it sticks down. Now we need a sofa. That's what we need next. We're going to make that out of a lovely paper cup. Having fun down there. Knocking it all over.
I got one though, Megan.
Good, fantastic. You're just going to cut along the line here, down the middle. Exactly right. Then when you've done that, around the bottom and again around the top. Well done. When you're done,
oh, there we go.
It's going to look a little something like this. And look what I've done there. I've stuck some felt down. Nice and comfortable sofas.
Yes, can't have our tiny Megan having an uncomfortable sofa, can we?
Absolutely not.
She'll be on the phone to her tiny agent and getting someone tiny fired.
Yeah. Well, there's only one thing missing, isn't there, Julia? What is that?
A higher calibre of guests.
Nearly, it's people. So all we've done to make our little people is we've stuck a cocktail stick into a bottle cap. We just need a face for that now. I've got a good one here. I know it well. It's me.
Lovely.
I'm going to stick it down there. A little bit of sticky tape. Oh, my felt's going everywhere. There we go. Oh, I'm a bit lonely. Let's take Robin and Patrick over. Sitting down on the couch over there.
There you go. And well, I'll make myself just comfortable just there. There we go.
And these, of course, are all made and cut out of our favourite newspapers or magazines. You can have any guests you like. Julia, is there anyone else you'd like in a studio?
Oh, yes. Well, I'm going to be playing Wheel of Truth with Ronnie from Heatran.
Nice.
Yes, put that away. Yes, he's going to be teaching me choreography, and I'll be teaching him foreign policy.
And of course you can decorate them however you want. Perhaps you're a bit, I don't know, nostalgic for the old look of our studio. We've got the blue studio down there. Or even a bit of retro red. I've got Sheila Quickstep being interviewed there by... Oh, sorry, that's not supposed to be...
Oh, well, we're out of time, I'm afraid, Megan. It's time for a break. When we come back, I'll be on the couch of chat talking to some of you, and I just cannot wait. We'll be back after these messages.
Okay, before we suffer through the last... What's that?
I don't know,
Seems to be a little kerfuffle in the corridor. One moment.
The fuck happened?
By Julia Salisbury is now available for all. These stories from my formative years in the uneven past are lovingly
What the hell happened?
national treasure.
Bozeman, man! I was just starting to like you.
She's here. She's the reason for the extra security. Are we going to need it? Possibly. They're back. It's not very reassuring. I know. Good thing I'm not your mum, right?
After much pacing, and I confess,
What happened, Bozeman?
I settled on the zip back box.
My rock, my shining star, the very person that guides me through this is gone. What am I gonna do now? I can't tell you. I don't know if I'll be able to do this job without him. I should just quit right now. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Nams. Hopefully we'll hear from Bozeman again. I was just starting to like him. He was just starting to come along to me, you know what I mean?
It's bad, Mum. Not like before, so much more than we were expecting. And they're better organised this time. Like someone experienced is running things.
Well, we stopped them before, we can do it again. Thank you, Sarah.
One more thing, Mum. Apparently there's chatter about you. I've requested backup, but well,
We're stretched pretty thin, Mum. I receive death threats like other people receive post. I've learned to take it all with a pinch of salt. Of course, Mum. Thank you, sir.
That sounded deeply worrying.
Oh, I'm used to it. I have.
I hope I don't have to.
Oh, didn't Bozeman tell you? Tell us what?
Up-and-coming television presenter named...
I'm sure he'll tell you when the time's right. Forget I said anything.
You literally didn't. Going in 10 seconds.
I don't think she likes me very much.
Oh no, that's just how she shows love.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the Nightly Show, where it's time to get a little intimate with the Prime Minister on the couch of chat. Prime Minister, it's great to still have you with us.
Thanks, Megan. Although maybe now's the right time to tell you that you're going to be seeing an awful lot more of me.
Why is that?
Well, I am delighted to announce that starting next week, I will be the new...
Miss Salisbury, could you get ready to accompany me, please? Please remain in place, Mum. It won't take a moment. Please remain in place, Mum. It won't take a moment. Sit rep.
We do apologise to our viewers at home for this unexpected interruption.
I'm sure it's nothing to worry about.
Right, understood. Everyone, please remain calm. How can I help?
Whoa.
Clear everyone out of that area. Everyone.
Okay, everyone, if we could just clear away from these studio doors. Yeah, that's right, just behind the cameras, please.
Do those doors lock? Is that Colin with the headphones on? Hey, mate, can you lock the doors? Can you not hear me?
Colin! Colin!
You can't hear us.
I'll do it.
No, miss, too late.
I'll do it.
I'm law enforcement, load your weapons up!
Oh!
You stay at the door, lock it tight, and don't let anyone in.
Yes, sir.
Now listen, there's no need for anyone
Sit back down!
Of course, whatever you say.
Are we still live?
Yes. Yes, we're live.
Good.
Hey!
Time for some real news. Time for some real news. You, mic me up. You. Is it working?
I just need to check.
Is it working?
Yes, it's working.
Good. Over there, on your knees. Now. Over there. You, next
Jesus.
to him. Move! You, next to him. Move!
You okay, Colin?
Shitty birthday. Not the worst one I've had, though.
Let them go, Mr. James. It's me you want.
Don't flatter yourself. You're not the target here. You're just a bonus.
Oh my God, is it me?
We're not here to take out a person. We're not here to take out a person.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Cancelling the whole fucking show. Which camera? Which camera? I know you're watching this. In your vans. Planning your counter-attack. Please, try and control yourselves. Well, I'm sure you know the rest.
Alan, we can talk about this.
Oh, we will. I have a lot of questions.
There's no need for anyone to get hurt.
Where was that attitude during the uprising? You know, the night your thugs killed my friends.
There are innocent people here.
Says the woman who killed 14 million of them. No, I don't feel any great need to answer to you. In fact, get over here.
I don't take orders.
Come here! You move when I tell you to! Give me that.
Alan, don't do it. You're not an executioner.
What am I then, eh? You tell me, Megan Wolf, what the fuck am I?
Just a man. He's just waiting over his head.
Don't patronise me, you smug bitch. I'm not one of your little helpers. Get over here. Kneel beside her. You're just as fucking guilty as she is.
Guilty of what, you fucking psychopath?
All of it! She sat there, smiling, and let it all happen. Jeremy Donaldson died for this programme. And she let it become this. Bread and circuses. Bread and fucking circuses!
Don't you say his name.
I beg your pardon?
I said, don't you say his name. You don't get to do that! You don't get to do that!
You're angry at the wrong person, love. She's the one that killed him. The first victim of her benevolent slaughter, not the last, though.
All I am hearing is crazy.
Then maybe you should hear it from the source. Confess. 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 Fine. Have it your own way.
Whoa!
Stop! For God's sake, stop! Stop! For God's sake, stop!
Answer my questions. or she dies next, then her.
Tell him what he wants to hear. Ask your questions.
Better.
Ask your questions.
First question. How did you actually think this was all going to end?
In a better world.
Bullshit.
In a better world. It's the truth! When we came into power, everything was broken. The system worked for so few. There was hunger and poverty and real pain. But you never saw that, Mr. James, because you were doing just fine, thank you very much. And my side, we were too weak, too meek. It was all good intentions and second chances and playing by the rules. Well, you know where playing fair gets the people at the bottom because they're fucking nowhere. Someone had to be prepared to actually fight, to do what was required. So I did it. Because no one else was going to.
14 million people.
To save the 60 million here? What would you have done? Let us all starve to death?
You should have found another way.
There was no other way.
Is that how Peter Clement saw it?
No other way.
Is that how Peter Clement saw it?
Peter was weak. I loved him more than I have ever loved anyone, but he was soft. He wouldn't have allowed it to happen. And afterwards, he couldn't sleep. It haunted him. I think it would have killed him in the end anyway. But that's on me, Mr. James. What's on you?
We're not discussing me. Didn't you hear? Disrupt died on the night of the uprising.
Then how have we been watching you for months?
Watching me?
You're not the only one who knows how to get people on the inside. We knew you'd pop your grubby little head up again, and we've been collecting information just in case you did. There's a recording of a meeting of the so-called Disrupt leadership. Tiny hidden cameras, very high-tech. Perhaps the public should see what your bosses are talking about when there's no one else around.
We have people at the network jamming your signals, messing with your broadcast room. We'll stop you.
We have people too, and they've been doing this an awfully long time. Prepare the footage on screen 4. I guess it's up to the broadcast room.
You in there? If you play that footage, she dies.
Play it, Alex. Play the tape. I've seen it. It's important. It's gonna blow us up anyway, so just play the fucking tape.
I'm not gonna play the tape.
Lock the console. Don't let them play that tape. Take out those screens. What's happening? Hey? What's happening?
Well, how the fuck should I know?
Someone tell me, what do they choose?
They didn't play it.
They didn't play it. Well done, Alex. Good choice. You get to live. You, not so much.
Whoa!
Why did you do that? Why?
Because that's the only way it ends with people like her. She was never going to stop. Just her and her version of what's best forever. She was a narcissist.
They're gonna kill you, Alex.
Yes, I know. But the movement will stand a chance. We'll all stand a chance thanks to people like Alex.
Oh, Alex is no hero.
But that's what heroism is. For people like us. There are so few times in a person's life where they face a decision that could actually make a difference. We're so disempowered. But in those moments, the choices we make combined with the billions made by everyone else, that defines us. We remake the world one small choice at a time.
Advance isn't just one person. They're going to have a new leader by morning.
Yes, but this one might be prepared to listen. We need elections. We need a choice.
And Disrupt is that choice.
Well, I don't see any of you stepping up.
You step up every night.
Do you though? It seems to me you stopped doing that a while back. And even when you did, you just took snide pot shots and undermined everything. You constantly only tell us what's wrong, and it makes us scared and hopeless.
Says the man with a bomb strapped to his chest.
Go, go!
Nobody move! You know how this works? I keep my thumb down on this, And we all get to have a peaceful night. Megan, come here.
Pathetic!
Shut the fuck up.
Don't you even want to know who's pulling your strings, what they say about you behind your back?
I said, nobody move!
Think you're a joke, Alan. They're using you.
I said, shut up!
And when you've done what they want, they're gonna throw you to the wolves.
It's in the tape, Alan.
See what everyone else sees, Alan. You're a joke, a nut job, a sad, pathetic.
Whoa!
Shut the fuck up.
Jesus Christ,
Don't
dude.
blame me. Don't blame me. I didn't make the choices. I just played the hand I got dealt.
Oh, what the? Holy fuck. Oh my god. Oh. Alright guys, well that's gonna have to be it for today. My name is LaserFighter111. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe to for more awesome content, and I will see you guys later.
Welcome all the boys and girls and everybody else as well to Frankie Fun's Wacky Fun House of Wax.
Hey again! I'm Frankie Fun, and this is the Wacky Fun House of Wax! But where's Doofnut? Let's call for him. Doofnut! Hey, there he is. Are we ready for wacky, zany goofs galore? I can't hear you, Doofnut.
Yes, I'm ready.
That's better. Now then. Whoa! It's the bonk alarm!